What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sorta Interesting podcast, and welcome back to our Deadliest Warrior series, where we are reviewing the deadliest warriors in movie history and ranking the deadliest warrior at the very end of it. But today we have just watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and we're going to do a mini review on that right now. Myles, what were your initial impressions of Thor: Love and Thunder?
Oh man, well, leading up to it, we were talking about it. You were throwing shots.
I was
into my
scared,
head.
man.
You were throwing ropes into my head.
Yeah.
You know, it was bad. You were giving me this, but I get it. You're giving me false sense.
First of all, Marvel's been hit and miss recently, right? Their TV shows have been okay. It has nothing to do with the big Marvel picture.
I think it has to do with the influx of just Disney Plus and having all this available to us, as opposed to waiting, you know.
And Doctor Strange just came out, a month ago? Less than a month ago? So it's like
it's on Disney Plus right now.
A little bit of Marvel fatigue at the moment, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about more content, but I think it is a little too soon to be releasing Thor, but you know.
Yeah, when you get quantity of this magnitude, you start sacrificing quality a little bit.
Yes.
I was, however, surprised that it was better than what I had put in my head from what was told before. You know, it was funny, as you expect from a Thor movie of recent, you know, of his character. It dragged a little bit, even though it was a shorter movie.
Less than 2 hours.
Less than 2 hours, but it dragged a little bit in some parts.
Like that,
you know, kiss already. Kiss, fuck, make up, do what you gotta do. I love that Natalie Portman is back. Well, for this one, but she is a.
Oh God, man, how I miss Natalie Portman. How long?
Remember Your Highness? Remember that? Oh my God, when she just dove right in. Oh man, that was.
Was
that a body double?
Good as usual.
Was that a
by
body
the way,
double?
too? Yeah, looking good as usual, Natalie Portman. I mean, has there been a movie where she hasn't looked good? Maybe okay. She was a child actor, so let's not go that far.
Can you just chill? Okay, let's talk about someone who's always looked good. Chris Hemsworth.
God damn, that
my
fucking body,
God.
body yaddy yaddy, that motherfucker,
yaddy.
dude.
Dude, how wide can you be? Those
You
lats.
and I audible gas multiple times in the movie theater out loud, like this motherfucker. Like, goddamn.
I mean, what's the routine? Are you on that Marky Mark routine for that upper body?
Well, I mean, it has to be juice, and there's no fucking way.
You think so?
There's no fucking way, dude.
Maybe we're doing those.
I mean, he's been Thor for like how long now? I think 10 years, because I think the first Thor movie came out 2012. I think right before the Avengers.
Did it really?
Yeah, Avengers was 2012, and then Captain America and Thor came out months before the first Avengers movie. So that must have been 2011, 2012. And for him to keep that physique for over 10 years now, that is it. Not even just keep it, but improve on it. That is fucking crazy.
Because throughout this movie, he's wearing sleeveless vests. He's wearing sleeveless. He's naked, and it is magnificent.
And then Russell Crowe said, "Let's put some more clothes on you," and it's literally just a sash around his fucking chest. Like, okay, that's nothing. You're just covering up the naughty bits. But
so, mine is yes on the bodies and the cast, and the story could lose a little work. But I mean, it's what it is. It's better than I expected. What about you?
Yeah, way better than I expected as well. A little backstory. I did read the comic books right before watching this, and the comic books were so fucking good. Unfortunately, I didn't read the Gore comic book. What's his name?
He has Gore,
right?
Butcher.
Yeah.
I know he has a short run in the comic books, but I heard that his run is some of the best.
I made that mistake because I picked it up right when he died in the comic books. So I was like, fuck, I missed it, but I still went through the whole run of Natalie Portman or Jane Foster's character going through the whole Thor series, and man, it was so fucking good. That's why I was scared to watch this movie, because the comic book was so good, and my expectations for this were low, because I've been hearing some polarizing thoughts about this movie, but I personally, I really liked it. I liked the length of it. It wasn't I liked the length of it. It wasn't that long compared to Doctor Strange. That shit was almost 3 hours, dude. And I watched that motherfucker twice. So I was supposed to watch it. I was supposed to watch it last night. But I heard some things, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna watch it one time, because if it's bad and I have to watch it again,
you're not gonna do that to yourself.
It's gonna fucking ruin my weekend.
Don't do that to yourself.
So I just watched this tonight, and I really liked it. I think the best part of it was definitely Christian Bale. Christian Bale is the fucking man, dude.
Man, Patrick Bateman is he's a great. Even Taika said it too. I remember him saying, "We have one of the best villains, one of the best cast villains in like.
Oh yeah, I think he's up there now with
Yeah.
one of the best villains, just because of his acting performance. The story of his character, whatever, it's not that cool.
I get
like,
well the story, the lore. They brushed through it, but you get it.
it started
you
off dark.
Yeah,
his
it did.
initial, just his performance right in the beginning, the opening. I was like, God damn, dude, this is a deep story already that we're starting off with, deep and dark too. So,
And that's I think that with these movies that are coming out, because a lot of these characters now aren't the names that everybody's familiar with.
right,
You know,
yeah, they've gone through those already.
they've gone through those already. So they have to kind of condense this, like into, like you said, you read through
They
all
have
these.
to, yeah.
They have to
fit
condense
it in
these
real quick.
so into such a small time. Like you don't get that, and people want you to expand on stuff, but the only way to expand on that is to make series, movies, kind of saturate the market with all your shit, all Marvel's, which Marvel is doing. But I think that, I don't know, they should play a longer game with this. They should kind of draw out more of, because I love his character. His character deserves more than one.
I think they did an okay job with Gore, because of that beginning scene. It's like you understand what his motivations are, but with Jane Foster, her character is so much deeper than what they portrayed in this, and it's so good. Her dealing with the cancer in the comic books is way better than what they did in this movie. It was barely any scenes with the cancer stuff in this, and it's way more brutal in the movie, but or in the comic books. But I think they did a pretty good job keeping true to the comic books, because she does die at the end of the comic books as well, like she did in this movie. And then that post-credit scene was really cool too, where they show her going to Valhalla. But they were missing something. They should have brought back Anthony Hopkins, because he's also dead, right, in the movies, and he was in the comic books. He welcomes her into Valhalla, because they've been beefing in the comic books. They beef for a while, and then finally she like sacrifices herself, and then they meet in Valhalla, and he's like, you know what, just come to Valhalla, you're gonna be all good. You died a warrior's death, like the way she did in the movie. And then she's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. And then him and Thor bring her back to life in the comic book. So I'm like, that could be like the next movie. I don't know if they're gonna do another Thor movie, but I like that post credits.
But people will say you're playing the God card at that point,
right,
like if you start bringing people back like that.
Well, Thor tried to do it on his own, and then Odin was like, you can't do it on your own. I'm gonna help you right here. And they both fucking like put their like weapons into like onto Jane Foster's heart, and then bring her back to life. I'm like, dude, that's fucking sick. Yeah.
You know what I saw, or what I was watching, a little bit of backstory of Gore and his run against Thor.
Yeah.
Because Thor and Gore, they go at it. Those are the main two people that go at it in the comics. I know that Thor in the comics had to fight and defeat him using 3 different versions of himself.
Oh,
like a young one.
Yeah, I know nothing about
a
Thor.
regular, like the present Thor, and then the Elden like Thor.
Oh,
the one where he looks more he looks more like Anthony Hopkins. So I was hoping something of, I don't know, when I saw in the previews and the trailers when he was running through the forest and he saw those 3, I was thinking maybe like he would, I don't know.
Well,
that was a stretch.
That's how it is in the
stretch.
comic books. Yeah, because they go through different Jane Foster jumps through time, so she does meet a very older Thor, and then they actually go to Egypt and they meet Apocalypse there, and they have like a fight. I'm like, dude, yeah, that's old like Thor shit, and that's really cool. But overall, I thought the movie was pretty good. I thought the writing towards like the end of the movie with all the kids and stuff, I was like, come on, dude, the fucking kids, get those fucking kids out of here. But
you did see in there, handpicked in there, like all the different like races that we've seen throughout a lot of the movies.
Yeah, I didn't really get those references, but I'm sure there's deeper references.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see them in like in videos where they break down scenes and all that. Yeah. You'll see all the different races that we've seen in previous movies, which I thought, they're incorporating.
And those
a lot
kids,
of stuff.
those kids are actually like Taika Waititi's kids. Those are Christian Bale's kids, and like Chris Hemsworth kids too.
Like,
so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Make-A-Wish kids.
But I thought the action was severely lacking compared to to what was the last movie? That was the last Thor movie. That was Ragnarok. Ragnarok was so much better.
Oh, Ragnarok! The soundtrack alone in Ragnarok was just amazing.
Are you fucking kidding me? like this soundtrack was. I'm not even a Guns N' Roses fan anyway, so I'm like, anytime I heard any of those songs, I'm like, this is doing nothing for me. I'm way more of that. They only played that one Immigrant song, and that was way better than any of these Guns N' Roses songs they played. But the action wasn't great. The acting was whatever. I mean, Russell Crowe with that fucking horrendous accent was pissing me off. I was like, what?
Was he trying to do like a Greek accent or something?
I think that was Greek. It sounded Russian, like a shitty Russian accent, but Russell Crowe eating every single fucking snack that he could find too, not even dieting a little bit to get into this role. So they just covered him in armor. We could see the flabby arms still not helping anything.
I think that played to his character of how like kind of like gluttonous and shitty he was.
Yeah, he's just a shitty guy.
Because they were talking about how shitty he was, and like you look at him, you're like, yeah, that looks like a shitty guy.
I do like how they depicted all the other gods too in that scene. They had like the.
I can't wait to watch like a breakdown video of like all the
I want to see that too.
I saw an Aztec god in there.
The blue guy there. That guy was cool. That Bao one, that was a little weird.
That was like animated. But I feel like that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna throw in some weird shit in there. They opened up the multiverse now. These are all the gods from all the universes.
I think what's her name? Tessa Thompson's character was a little underutilized. She didn't really do much. Right? She's a Valkyrie. She's supposed to be one of the best warriors from Asgard. She didn't really do shit in that fight against Gorod, right? Like that whole last scene, she was gone. That whole time.
They lead up to these great fight scenes, but then they're just underwhelming as far as like where they go. The camera work was a little like shoddy too, with how especially on the world. Like I get it, it's a small. It felt like I was on Little Big Planet, kind of that game.
Oh, the CGI at the end was not great, but I do like what they did with that color grading at the end with the black and white stuff too. That was dope. And whenever they did like the hammer stuff, you could see the blues, you could see the reds from Thor's cape and stuff. That was really cool. But Christian Bale just. That shit was fucking scary, dude.
That was scary. With his eyes when he's just...
With the kids and he just pops up behind them. That shit scared the fuck out of me, dude. He's so good.
And he beheads that. Oh, man.
It just sucks that they killed him off. I feel like maybe if they would have kept him around, he could have been some kind of like Thanos type character if they would have kept him around a little bit. But, I don't think he wants to dive into another franchise like he did with Batman. I think he's a one and done kind of guy. Like, I don't know if he's down to keep doing stuff like that. But
he's got he got somebody to take the helm. Anyways, he's got somebody. He just let off on that after credit scene in with Zeus.
Oh yeah. And, that's right. Yeah. Oh wait, we were talking about Russell Crowe, or were we talking about?
Oh, I was talking about
Christian Bale.
Oh, you're talking about Christian Bale. Okay, yeah. No, I get it. I get he made his impact. I'm talking about Zeus now.
Yeah, Zeus with Roy Kent. Still know the actor's name, but Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. I don't know, man. Is he that big of an actor? Like, do people know where he's from? Like, I feel like the majority of people don't really know where he's from, so they're just gonna see.
I don't know.
I
feel like Ted Lasso is a big hit. People love Ted Lasso. That show. If they watched any of it, Roy Kent's in it. And I mean, you heard the reactions from people in there. Like there was a girl going crazy below us. She was orgasming.
Maybe just because it was Hercules, though. Maybe it wasn't for the actor. Maybe it's just because it was Hercules.
I like to, I'm a glass half full. Right.
And then with that suit, it's like, come on, Roy, you got to put in the work, man. Look at Chris Hemsworth over here. You got to put in the work. Shit.
Was he sitting there like on his knees, like waiting
he was like
for his
on
dad
knee,
to stop talking so he can make that entrance?
Which I said it on the way home, but if it was Henry Cavill, goddamn, dude, what a fucking pop that would have been if it was Henry Cavill as Hercules. Goddamn. He
stops his Superman shit and he starts as Hercules.
He doesn't need no muscle suit either.
He does not. He does not.
But I mean, I guess that's. Is there anything that you didn't like particularly about this movie?
I didn't like that the fucking chairs didn't recline all the way again. They always lack there unless we're in
you gotta pay for that Dolby Atmos. You gotta trade something, and you can't have the full recliner Dolby Atmos and all of it. And I guess you can, but they just choose not to. But yeah, it is what it is. But I have to have that Dolby. If it's not Dolby on that Premiere, it's just I need that. I need the sound. If it's just normal, it's not good enough, because the sound effects are really good in this theater, but the dialogue is not not as loud as, like, a couple times with that blue alien in the first half of the movie. I'm like, what the fuck is he? I can't hear what he's saying. There's so much action going on in the background. I can't listen to what the lines he's saying. But
the blue fuck. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that guy looked familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
But let's go and wrap up this Thor review. Overall, I thought it was good. I don't think it was great. I don't know if I'm going to watch it.
Let's rank him between the four Thors. It's not as good as Ragnarok.
Definitely not. Ragnarok is number one for sure.
I think it goes Ragnarok. With the content that we get with gore, it goes this below Ragnarok, and then Thor 1, and then Dark World.
I agree.
Last.
Dark World's a fucking piece of shit. Get
Dark
that
World's
movie out of my
shit.
face. But that is it for our Thor review. We're gonna be jumping into our Troy review, which everybody's been waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like
how long you been
3 months
biting
for
your goddamn nails for that shit?
But yeah, we'll get into our Troy review, and we will be finishing out our Deadliest Warrior podcast. Mini review of Thor: Love and Thunder. Go catch that at the movie theaters right now. Check that at the movie theaters right now. I still feel the same about it after like a week of not watching it, but I was like, yeah, it's whatever. I don't think I want to watch it again. But go watch it if you like the other Thor movies. Has nothing to do with the big picture stuff of the MCU stuff, but it is what it is. But we're going to continue with our Troy review right now. But before we get into that, I want to reiterate what our schedule is going to be. So today is going to be Troy. The next podcast is going to be Gladiator. We're going to be finishing off our Deadliest Warrior review series with Gladiator. And then after that, I know I said in the past, Myles, that we were supposed to do Jurassic Park. But after seeing the 3 Chris Pratt movies, I was like, there's no way. There's no fucking way I could do this. This is so fucking bad. I can't even sit there long enough to watch all of it in one sitting. So I'm not going to do that. But I want to give us a softball because we haven't had a consistent schedule for a long time, right? It's been 3 months since we've done one of these. I want to give us something easy, something like fun to do, right? It's something that's comedic. It's got action in it. It's got actors that we love. It's a historic franchise, in our opinion. Okay, it's gonna be the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I want to do only the first 3 though. I want to do the Black Pearl, the second one, Dead Man's Chest, and what's the third one? Something Around the World.
At World's End.
At World's End, thank you. Not 80 Days Around the World. It's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
I remember Jackie Chan was in that Pirates of the Caribbean.
And it had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. No, it's gonna be those 3 movies. I'm very excited about that. I think that's gonna be an easy one for us, right? That's something that's lighthearted. It's got action. It's got comedy. It's got Keira Knightley. So that's all I need. But yeah, that's gonna be after our Deadliest review series. Let's get into some production details for Troy. Release date May 14th, 2004, same year as King Arthur, which is strange. Director Wolfgang Petersen, known for The Never-Ending Story, which, goddamn, what a fuck. How do you do Troy, Never-Ending Story, and he did Air Force One and The Perfect Storm? It's like these movies are just all over the place. He's just grabbing anything that he could to write or to direct. And then writer is David Benioff, which...
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, right. It does sound familiar. He did X-Men Origins Wolverine, and he was one of the main writers of Game of Thrones. So that's why it sounds familiar. That son of a bitch, David Benioff, is what I should call him. Budget of $175 million. Though? He did all of it. It was him and one other writing partner did the whole thing. So if you're gonna put the blame on 50% on him at least. I'll
do 33 because the other 66 goes to the fucking...
Maybe give him a little bit more because he did X-Men Origins Wolverine. So what a fucking disaster that was. Like X-Men Origins Wolverine should have been my indicator, my canary in the mine, because that also started off pretty well. Like the first half of that movie, pretty cool, and then the last half is like, what the fuck is happening? The same exact thing with Game of Thrones. Budget of $175 million, box office of $497 million, putting it at number 8 for the highest grossing movie of 2004, right behind Meet the Fockers, The Day After Tomorrow.
Oh, what a great movie.
The Passion of the Christ, Passion of the Christ got a little story about that. I remember my grandma got the bootleg DVD of that from the Philippines, brought that back, and I was so excited to watch it. Me and my uncle were like, yeah, we're going to watch that, put it on right now. And it ended up being someone recording the movie theater, but it was only like the bottom right corner of the screen, so we saw this part of Jesus's face the entire time. I'm like, great, I can't believe you
sat through. You said the entire time.
I can't even the
entire fucking thing.
No, I did watch it eventually, but that was the first time I watched it. I was like, okay, so that I don't. Is this guy Jesus? I can't tell. I can only tell by his mouth right now. And then also did, or the other movies were The Incredibles, Prisoner of Azkaban, Spider-Man 2, and the #1 movie of the year 2004, Myles, Shrek 2. I was like, oh, all right, yeah, that deserves to be the king of that year. The weird thing is there's only one Disney movie on there, which was The Incredibles, so that's always weird to me. No Marvel movies that year, just Disney. And then a runtime of 2 hours, 43 minutes. The director's cut is 3 hours, 16 minutes, so... Myles, what were your initial impressions of Troy? I almost said Thor. Troy.
Troy. Just Brad Pitt.
Palomalu, yeah.
Fucking Brad Pitt. You can't go wrong with Brad Pitt, man. I love Brad Pitt. I love me some Brad Pitt. Love me some Eric
Who doesn't
Bana.
love him, huh?
I love me some manly men. Succession.
Oh, yeah. God.
You gotta love fucking... Yeah.
It's so manly, yet it's so... so like kind of gay at the same time. This movie, there's a lot of gay stuff in there. Yeah. A lot of like hairless men in there, but like still jacked at the same time. Yeah,
that's gay. Then
but they're also wearing like the skimpiest little like like fighting skirts that they wear, and a lot of skin is showing. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of nakedness.
It's hot over there. It's hot over there where they're they're at. Where the fuck are they?
Troy.
It's Turkey,
yeah, it's in Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right on the coast, right there. Okay. Yes. So, all those things I just said contribute to
initial review. Yes.
Yes. I don't dude. I can never remember the first time I watched goddamn movies, which sucks.
Yeah, I can't either.
It's so terrible, man. I just know that I this has replayability to me. I just like watching this movie, even though it's long.
It is long.
Yeah. But it's
over 2 hours.
Like, I like just...
Oh my god, yeah, just the normal cut, almost 3 hours. Jesus, I barely even remember that. Yeah,
I think I don't know. Everybody just looks good. Everybody looks
That's
good,
true, yeah.
and I know they did not look like this. Come on, I know this is fiction, but jeez, come on.
Look at all that, with all that dirt around, that dry like heat too. You could just tell you're just thirsty just watching this movie. Like my mouth gets dry just looking at all the desert that's in this. Yeah,
it ages well because of who's in it too. Rose Byrne.
Yeah, they're all still superstars. Like every single one of the people. Yeah,
Diane Kruger.
Kruger.
Oh my god, they're all and it just that's why it ages better because you just know like man they got all these people in here. Well yeah, it's a long ass movie too. You get a lot of everybody. You get some good fight scenes. I wish there was a little more.
Oh, amazing fight scenes.
Amazing fight scenes. Amazing, just like to make this look so grand, like of a scale. When you have like such an open battlefield, to make it look like there's so many people, to make it look like there's just I don't know. And they move around and get place to place so easily you don't even think about it.
How convenient everything is. The beach is right there. The camp is right there. They just walk like 2 miles out of the beach. Like, oh, there they are. There's the wall.
They trekked out of the wall to the beach in like an hour in the middle of the night.
They've got like that perfect like scenery too from Troy. You can see all the ships. It's like everything's right here. Why would we go anywhere else?
Perfect. It's perfect. Some of those things were here and there, but like just the grand scale of it, the way they make it look just large and then so intimate with some of these battles too at the same time. I have really good things to say.
Sean Bean, totally forgot he was.
Sean Bean,
Sean Bean. I keep forgetting he's in this.
He's always a voice of reason.
And
he was in this, trying to be.
But yeah, I never did see this in the movie theater either. I do remember finding this this DVD in my uncle's like bootleg DVD collection. Wasn't the same collection that my grandmother got from the Philippines. Thank God, because I would have just seen probably just like a peck of Brad Pitt's peck, just one little nipple. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, no problem. But yeah, I remember seeing it. No cover, no case, nothing. It was just like in a plastic sleeve that said Troy on it. I was like, okay, let's check this out. But I remember being just fucking immediately hooked on this movie from the opening scene, falling in love with this movie, and especially Brad Pitt in particular. And of course, the only reason why I like this movie in the first place, the only reason why I still love it to this day, is because of all the action that's in it. Probably the best choreographed movies, one of the best choreographed movies I've ever seen. Definitely the best out of all the those periodic pieces that we've been reviewing in this whole series. Probably definitely the best choreography that we've seen in this whole thing. Maybe not until the next movie we'll we'll get the throne.
I was holding my tongue a little bit.
Yeah, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. This movie here, you can tell when the choreography and the training of the actor is just really well done based on like how many cuts are in these fight scenes. And that in particular, that fight scene, Eric Bana, Brad Pitt, barely any cuts, dude. They just let that shit roll. And it's poetry. It's just straight up poetry with swords, and I love it.
You need to have like an orchestra behind you, a guy, a conductor doing that.
Or they need to have like that, like in fighting games where they have like in the top corner that wonderful, good job, where they like put those combos together. It's like, fuck yeah, dude, are you kidding me? Story wise though, it's nothing really too special. I've heard that Trojan horse method for all our lives, not really anything new there, but I do appreciate them like leaving out a lot of the like the god stuff that from this movie and shooting it from like a realistic perspective, like they do like a lot of things for the gods, but they never actually show any like supernatural things happening, which is pretty cool. They just talk about it a lot, right? But this cast definitely just the draw, and probably the main reason why this topped the charts for that year, right? We got Garrett Hudlin, his first movie ever. He moved to he was a Patroclus in this movie. He moved to LA I think like 2 months before he got cast in this movie. He was just like, all right, yeah, this is my first movie with fucking Brad Pitt. I'm gonna be his fucking cousin. Yeah, first movie ever. And he gets to make he gets to make sweet love to Brad Pitt. So how about that? Peter O'Toole, Lawrence of Arabia himself, who plays King Priam, and then a young ass Diane Kruger, like you said, who is just the delight in this movie. Brendan Gleeson, who is great in everything he's in. Fucking totally forgot him too. Professor Moody himself.
Dom Hall's dad.
Yeah. And then
Hux's dad.
Super underutilized Sean Bean as Odysseus, whom, dude, they could have totally made a spin-off of this movie. It had its own Odysseus movie, just a little Odyssey movie, but I think that would have been like way more supernatural. Of course it had to be. But then Brian fucking Cox as Agamemnon, just goddamn, dude, he's so fucking good at everything he's in, man.
Name too.
God, Brian Cox. Eric goddamn Banner, whom I miss so much. Haven't seen that guy in I don't even know when. I think when was the last time you ever seen Eric Bana in any movie, like Munich or Funny People with Adam Sandler. I think that Incredible Hulk movie ruined his career, unfortunately, which really sucks because that's not his fault, man. That's the writing, that was the directing, that was everything else except for Eric Bana. Eric Bana is the fucking man. And Orlando Bloom, who is just the king of these period pieces, man. He just owns that space. He was in Lord of the Rings. He was in this movie. He was in Kingdom of Heaven. Remember that was was after Lord of the Rings. Right. He was he's gonna be in our next series, Pirates of the Caribbean. He's the star of that. So put some respect on fucking Orlando's name. That guy owns the top box office. He's in Pirates of the Caribbean series and Lord of the Rings. Those two have just dominated box office series. Yeah. And of course
he's dominated that pop star.
Oh yeah, that's right. God damn, dude, he had Miranda Kerr before that too, and then to Katy Perry. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's got it all. And of course the moneymaker Brad Pitt, who is easily the best part of this movie, and just
easily
he is such a pleasant surprise given his resume.
Good to look at.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean his resume compared to like every other movie that he's made, it's like it's such a left turn in his career. He's never done anything like it since, and she just absolutely nails it. I wish he would do more period pieces like that, but I'm glad the one thing we got from him was the best that we're gonna get for Brad Pitt. I think that was peak Brad Pitt, body wise, acting wise, penis wise, everything was peak Brad Pitt that we had in that. So
I know Rose was like, man, that's
how lucky, huh? What a gal Rose is. How lucky was she? But Myles, let's get into a little bit of a rundown for those of you who don't know, just joining our channel for the first time. We do a little mini review of the movie, a little rundown, as I like to call it. We do a little impressions first, a little rundown, and we talk about our favorite moments that we didn't like. Just make fun of the movie too if it's a really bad movie, but talk about sweaty men sometimes, like we're gonna do today. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it again after, give our impressions, and we're probably gonna rank it with the other movies that we have been reviewing in this series. So Myles, go ahead and do our little rundown that we got.
All right. Troy movie opens up 3200 years ago. That's like BC times for you Jesus lovers.
Before Christ, yeah. Who were they praying to? I don't know. I guess all the gods, all of them.
All of them,
Yeah.
all at once. You know.
Which god do you believe in? All of them.
You're a time traveler. You go back in time. You ask somebody what year is it? The guy says 100 BC. And what?
Like before who? Do you even know who you guys are before? You guys don't even know who you guys are before.
Everybody's just saying it.
Yeah, they don't even say BC. And they're like, who's
before Cox? I don't know. Brian
Cox. Yeah.
We open with Agamemnon meeting with the king of Thessaly. Man, I'm gonna butcher these fucking. I know Triopas.
Oh, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. He's
3 passes. All right.
Treepas, I think his name.
Treepas, man.
Same guy from he's in Game of Thrones as well, and he was General Veers in Star Wars. He was one of the guys in the AT-AT where they're attacking Hoth.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Also in Indiana Jones. Yeah, big actor, that guy. Yeah.
Oh shit, Treepas. He says, "Let's settle this the old-fashioned way. My best warrior versus your best."
What happened to those days, huh? How about we do that, but it's just like 2 snipers. Like, let's just put our 2 snipers out in a battlefield the old school way. 1v1 snipers.
They're just rolling. Dodge roll.
It's gonna,
360.
They're just camping out like, fuck, this is gonna take forever. Let's go get a coffee or something, man. They're gonna be out here all goddamn night.
God damn it. I know, they need to have just like
1v1 snipers. Fucking hang them high. Let's go, baby.
Oh, God. And then you just have them like close quarters with bayonets. Give them bayonets. They get 1 magazine of like 5 rounds and a bayonet.
Dude, little side thing here. I was watching. Have you seen the movie The Patriot with?
Yes.
Dude, what are their battle tactics? They got no battle. They literally just stand there and they just shoot at each other. I'm like, you're not gonna fucking move to the side, nothing. They're just standing there. And then when they run out of bullets, just straight bayonets. I'm like, brother, who the fuck is coming up with this battle plan? This is the worst.
Turn-based war.
Yeah, it totally is, dude. They're just standing there in front of each other, 10 feet from each other, just fucking shooting. I'm like, dude, no like cover, nothing, in the middle of a fucking field. It's unbelievable.
I would be pissing and shitting myself so hard.
Like no wonder why we're at where we're at now in America. It's like, how are we had no battle plan going into this shit, huh? Just fucking standing there in front of each other.
And what sucks is any shot anywhere on your body is fatal. Because you're
fucking pellet, but there's no medicine, nothing. Right. Chopping off every limb.
You nick your pinky toe, you get gangrene. You're done.
Dude, I didn't even realize how fucking badass Mel Gibson is in that movie, though. He's fucking John Wick. Remember he gets that little battle axe and he's just fucking going to town, dude. I'm like, yo, this is fucking dope. That movie was so cool. That part at the end,
or where he just plunges it right. Oh man, he's just.
Oh, that was the guy from Harry Potter. Yeah.
That's Malfoy.
Malfoy, yeah. That guy was fucking cool too, man. Yeah.
You just suck your hair. He played really good.
That's because they were trying to fucking reload their little muskets. Come on! Pour the fucking powder. Come on! It's the worst battle plan ever, dude. I'm so glad we're out of that goddamn period. Imagine those fucking guns reloading.
Oh my god,
dude. What a pain in the ass,
like you get a splinter back in the day. You're like, oh, I guess.
Dude, you roll your ankle, you're dead. Like there's nothing. Like there's no healing from anything back then.
There was no sports because if you played a sport, you got hurt, you're dead.
Any little thing, you're fucking dead. Sprain anything, you're dead.
I would just be sitting in my house doing nothing, dude. Are you kidding me?
That movie's great though. Go watch The Patriot. Maybe we should have included that because he is totally a deadliest warrior. Fucking Mel Gibson in that movie.
He's going up against that fucking gun.
Yeah,
with axes.
With an axe.
I think, man, we should have thrown that in there.
He was so cool. I never seen it before I just watched it for the first time. This is my first time. Yeah, so I probably would have included it if I knew. But goddamn,
wow, I didn't know that was your first time watching.
Good movie though. Good movie.
Yeah, great movie. You still haven't seen Italian Job?
No, I did watch it. I did watch it. Yeah,
okay.
It's okay.
All right. No. Well, I feel like it's a little late.
I'm more of an Ocean's fan than an Italian Job fan, but
that's fine.
Live your dream, yeah. Charlize Theron, though, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, Charlize Theron, yeah.
Yasin Bey.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, what a cast that is. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You look back on it now, just like you're just like, oh shit. Anyways, all right, my best warrior versus your best warrior.
Yeah, there we go.
Those tactics. That's where we're at right now. Tripus's warrior. I forgot who he was leading.
The
Thessaly.
Thessaly. Yeah, where the fuck that is, I don't know.
The Thessalians. That's how you say it. Tripus calls on
Boagrius.
Boagrius.
Yeah.
Played by Nathan Jones.
Dude, shout out to Nathan Jones. Such a niche character, but I'm so oddly familiar with this guy. He was a former WWE wrestler who wrestled in the 2003 Survivor Series pay-per-view, the one and only wrestling DVD that I ever owned in my life, and he was in it. So I am oddly familiar with him. And that was when I was super into wrestling. That was a great Survivor Series, by the way. That was the time when Undertaker got buried alive. And came back as the dead man. So yeah, go check that out. But yeah, my uncle and I used to call him Nathan Bacon Jones when we watched wrestling. So I don't know why. That's what we did. As I was gonna say when we were kids, but I was the only kid. My uncle was not a kid. So what he was doing, I don't know.
Why would you call him a bacon? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
This whole time.
But he was a mountain of a man. He was in that Survivor Series. He was on the same like tag team as Batista and like Bobby Lashley, so they were all fucking like massive men on that team.
Oh my god! Yeah. He was the tallest, right?
Yeah, he was huge. Yeah,
Nathan is.
His traps, like, dude, having traps like that back in those days, you're eating all the rations from everyone. Like, you're eating a whole family of chickens. There's no way you could have that muscle mass at that time. Yeah,
I know that wouldn't even be like battle wise, that's not a good strategy to have this guy on board.
You're gonna walk 10 miles from your house and be hungry already. Like
he's eating as much as like 10 of your fucking soldiers, and it's just one guy, and then he gets
he's gonna be eating everything. Yeah.
And then you throw him up against fucking Achilles, who is a half god.
Yeah.
But they don't really, like you said, you don't really allude
I like
to
that, which is cool.
Because you kind of know the story yourself. You know, Achilles, that one part of your heel where his mom dipped him into the fountain of.
That's right, by holding him by the ankle, which is a cool story too. There. I like that. Yeah.
And that's the only vulnerable part of him, and we see that come back to play at the end, which is true to the story.
Dude, to have a body part named after you, that's a true immortal. Like, there is immortals like in books and stuff, but to have a body part named after you, like, is there any other body part named after anything? Like, is there a pectoralis out there that we don't know? Is there a
I'm sure there is. There's got to be
like a deltoid out there that I don't know. I don't.
Because I know those fucking Greeks, they like to, that just sounds like pectoral.
Yeah,
gluteus.
Oh, gluteus, maybe, yeah.
Somebody that's
gluteus maximus. That's what it's called, right? The full thing. So maybe
somebody just had a fat dog back in the day. They were like, wow.
Is there a tricep out there? I don't know. Maybe there's someone named Tricep. I don't know.
and his brother Bicep.
He just gets shot in the. It's my legacy.
I'm done. His mom was holding him by his fucking triceps, just dunked him in like that, just like a plate, when you do your. All right, this is getting out of hand. So we got Boagrius, and Agamemnon calls on Achilles, but he is nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
Achilles is doing his thing, and this is our first example of what I mean when it's just like. There is no time. Was he just like off in the bushes, like off to the side? Because the messenger that went to go get him, the kid from Cheaper by the Dozen.
Dude, yeah. If I was on the other team, I'd be like, why is there a kid out here? What the Who invited the kid to a battle?
But they were all kids. They had that. That lifespan back then was probably like 30?
Yeah, definitely. So, if you don't fucking sprain your ankle.
Midlife crisis.
You don't cut yourself.
When you're a teenager, that's your midlife crisis right there.
Can you imagine just stepping on like a rusty nail and you just look up like, well, that's it. Like I'm done.
Yeah. They didn't even know what the fuck a will
is. And those fucking stupid sandals that they had, just stepping on a rusted nail. Like, okay, well, there goes my life. In 2 seconds, I'm dead. Yeah, that's it.
I think I would just like. I think the first thing that would get me if I went back and was living in that time is just the smell.
Oh yeah.
Just the smell of everything. I would probably
They're taking shits out in the desert. No toilet paper. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
They got crusty ass all the time.
No,
probably.
yeah, no underwears, probably. Yeah.
Oh man, their earwax out of control.
And they're rocking sandals all day. Like, there's no nail clippers out there. There's probably nasty ass fucking.
No, their nail clippers are sticking your foot in somebody else's mouth, and they bite them off for you. To which some of our viewers are probably like, yeah, I like that. Yeah,
what
all about that.
Disgusting time.
Yeah, well,
animals.
Don't kink shame, okay? So, Cheaper by the Dozen Kid goes off and finds fucking Achilles snuggled up with some baddies, which
dude,
takes him like
some
5 minutes to get there.
Spartan baddies out there just doing some
best
things.
of the best of the best.
Yeah.
Start,
like 3 of them too. Good for him.
Yeah, I love it. They were just he's just that's like that Renaissance paintings,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is right there. I could just stare at that.
Yeah, and titties in this movie, by the way. Yeah, this came out 2004, so we were middle school at the time, 2004. So that was a big deal for me seeing these scenes. Especially with Diane Kruger. I was like,
no, because
this is
2004.
Dude,
I was 11.
So yeah, middle school, right? That's like 6th grade.
What?
6th grade, 7th grade.
7th grade, 8th grade for me was middle school.
Okay, yours is different. Okay, yeah, that my
my elementary went K through 6. Yeah, so
Dang, I went to a different school for 2 years. Is there incentive for that? Just 2 years in your school?
No.
A whole school for 2 years. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it made no sense. She just went to high school. I don't give a fuck. I'd love to get bullied. That's fucking 12 years old by a fucking 18-year-old.
That's
true. That's great.
That's fucked.
It's great. I guess they needed that transition. All right. Achilles arrives finally and kills Boagrius with one strike, and it's like it was such like a quick, like if you blink you missed it.
Yeah.
I love when he just the camera angle from behind.
But before that, Myles, when he was talking to that little kid, they have that little exchange, and this is what hooked me into this movie, where they're talking about like the kids, like that dude's a monster of a man. I wouldn't want to fight him.
Yes.
And then he looks at him, he says, "That's why no one will remember your name." And I was like, "What? That's fucking cool. Are you fucking kidding me? This is why we remember his name, because he's a fucking badass who didn't back down from everyone. Hell yeah, that's why I like this guy."
And that's like his mantra too.
Yeah.
He's like,
that's his whole reason to do anything in this movie. Yeah.
That challenge,
which I love. It's so cool. Yeah,
rising up, he wants that next that high,
And also before the fight, I love how we get a sense of who these characters are immediately. We're not even 15 minutes into this movie, but Agamemnon being a scumbag asshole, greedy ruler who wants to rule the world, and Achilles, badass mythological figure who even people like of their time think he's a superhero. He's a wide known person even at that time. No internet, no nothing, just word of mouth. And we also immediately get a picture of like the relationship between these two and how much they actually hate each other. But Achilles doing it for, like you said, like his own selfish glory reasons. Just a measure of how good the dialogue and writing in this movie. Like all the lines from Achilles is just so fucking good, man. He's written so well in this.
It really like plays to that famous saying of you die twice.
Yeah.
Once when you stop breathing, and again when
your name is forgotten. God,
yeah,
that gives me a fucking existential crisis when I think about that. I'm like, this is why we got to do this podcast, Myles, because we never know. We never know. There's
gonna be a digital footprint out there. Somebody's gonna come across this and be like,
yeah,
Myles Darling, and then I'll do that.
Yeah, they're gonna look up Christian Pat and be like, wait a minute, no kids, no nothing. What a fucking loser. What the hell is that guy doing? And then they see these podcasts, be like, oh, that's why he didn't have any kids, because this guy's a fucking crazy person. But yeah, we do get a good look at Brad Pitt too as Achilles, and he looks like a Greek statue. Like every piece of him. Like Brad Pitt has always been ripped his whole career. You see him in Fight Club, and he's just shredded to shit. But he got a little more bulky for this role too. too, and he looks so goddamn amazing. Not only his armor, but like the different, it's his armor is different actually from everybody else's. Like it's got kind of like a golden hue to it, and he's got those shoulder pads that kind of stick out like it looks like Saiyan armor. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? This guy looks way cooler than everyone else. It's so dope.
His helmet is so dope too.
Yeah,
it's just like that what you think of when you think of like when you
Spartan. It's a typical Spartan
Spartans,
helmet, yeah, but it just looks cooler than everyone else's. Like I love that how he sticks out from everyone. It's the same kind of style, but there's like little things that make him look way cooler than everyone else.
His hair is like almost goldenish.
Dude,
too.
I didn't even realize it till this
brightest.
last one. Yeah, till this last viewing. His hair, it's like kind of like dreaded on the side, but on the top it's just
Braided a
slicked
little
back.
bit,
yeah, it's almost like braided on the sides, but the top is just
looks
slicked
so
back.
good,
yeah, I'm like, dude, that's so good.
Good.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Man. Even like his little outfits that he does like throughout the whole movie where it's just everything's sleeveless. Nothing that he ever wears has any sleeves on it. I'm like, good for you, Brad.
Why would you, dude?
Yeah.
Why would you too when you're there? And he's probably got like 1,000 thread count fucking like clothing and sheets, and he's just
The little trivia here as well. Brad Pitt trained for 6 months to get a body that looked like a Greek statue. So yeah, of course, 6 months of.
6 months. What do you do in 6 months when you're already a?
I know. Yeah, I
physically,
think to up the caloric intake probably and lift a little heavier to get a little bulked up. Yeah, because his neck is like a little wider. Like in the next scene we haven't got to yet, but when he's talking to his mom and he's wearing like that little fucking little thing and he's like this and his neck is like fucking he's like this, but his neck is fucking wide. I'm like, yo, Bradley, get me on there, God. Man, when I say there, you know what I mean. But,
yeah. Anyways, so we told you we'd be talking about some sweaty.
God, I promise I'm not gay, but it's Brad Pitt. What am I gonna do?
Everybody knows
there's no
we appreciate a beautiful woman, but when you just got a good-looking guy, you
have to recognize it. Yeah, there's no.
You gotta recognize it.
It'd be inhuman not to recognize a beautiful body, man or woman. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, and it just so happens to be a guy. Achilles. He shows up, and like I said, going
just
back to
that one right in the fucking right in the trap,
and then you just see Boagrius.
Does that kill you though? Is a little thing like that gonna kill you? I've always wondered that, but
I think because like you have the
depth,
the depth,
the artery,
the carotid right here. Or something like that. It probably like severed it right here, and you'll bleed out internally like instantly.
But the way, the way that the face that Nathan Jones makes too is like anytime I have to do any cardio, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, I totally get it, dude.
Maybe he just died from that run over there.
Dude, but that run was so dope where he's fucking picking up the pace. That spear goes into his shield and just throws the fucking shield away. Awesome.
That was so badass, dude. That's what I was saying. Because you get that camera where you're like kind of behind him, where it changes to behind him while you're running with him, and
he dodges that one, and that one he just blocks. You can see it come through the shield. Awesome.
And he just throws it away, dude. Something about that one particular. There's like one little like subtle thing that they do with when they choreograph like shit hitting shields, and then they do like a spin with it.
Yeah, he spins it away. It's dude. You and I we're on the same wavelength right now.
Things like that where you're like,
we're gonna see more of that in a bit too.
We do good shield choreography. 300.
We need whoever. I should have got the info, but whoever was a choreographer for this needs to get sucked because goddamn, like it's so fucking good.
Yeah. We get after Boagrius is taken down, we get the very infamous line from that we both to this day. We yell all the time. So good. He asked the rest of the soldiers, looking around, "Is there no one else?
Is there no one else?" Oh, it's so good. His yelling in this is fucking on another level. It's fantastic. Yeah. Is there no one else?
God, dude, I'd be getting goosebumps if I was like on set, just listening. Brad Pitt yelling
on the set.
After this, I mean,
the guy was like, "What's your name, soldier?"
Yeah.
He said, Achilles, son of Peleus. And I like what he says too. He says, Achilles, I'll remember the name. I'm like, yeah, you will, because your great grandfather or great grandchildren are gonna remember the name too. So I like how they did that. Yeah.
Tell your great granddaughter to look it up.
Hey.
And Trepus was like, here, give this to your king, and he was like, nah. That fuck boy over there, that ain't my king.
That big fucking fat fuck over there, nah, bro.
You think that fat fucker rules me?
Nah, bro.
Nah, I just run with boy because he gives me work. And that shows another part of like we get a lot of the build of who Achilles is as
he's a lone wolf, and I love that.
He is. He travels with it because like when you're, what do they call those? Like a myrmidon or something like that?
Yeah, they had like Mamirion Don or something like that. Yeah, he has like his own little gang, which is cool. I just noticed that for this last time too. That I just watched it. I'm like, oh, he's got his own little gang. They could fight if they want to. They don't have to. If they don't want to. So.
Yeah, they're like the.
They're like the elite force.
Kylo Ren's boys.
Yeah,
like
totally.
The Knights of Ren.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. The Knights of Achilles. Or no, Achilles' heels.
The heels of Achilles. Yeah, there you go.
Heels of Achilles. That's sick as fuck. And we cut to a party in Sparta, celebrating peace between Troy and Sparta. Yeah.
Eric Bana, just such a delight. I miss that guy so much. I wish he was in more things. I wish he was in the MCU. I wish he was. He could have been the Incredible Hulk again, for all I know. But I miss that guy. Such a great actor.
He's a good actor. He's a great actor. Like he's a good looking guy.
Great
looking
guy.
Looking
oh my
guy.
god, yeah.
Totally
manly dude. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like.
I wish they would have left a little more hair on him because everyone had to shave their chests in this, but he was in good shape too. Yeah.
There's like a few like manly guys that you just like. For me, it's Eric Bana, Clive Owen, Hugh Jackman, and
Carl Urban. Oh yeah, that's a manly man for sure.
I mean, look at them. Yeah. Just look at that. I think it has to do
most of those guys are Australian too. How about
most of those guys got that? They can grow that hair, and they just look. Yeah. God damn it! All right, stop doing this. All right, we're introduced to a few characters here, very important characters. And Helen of Troy, who's probably the reason why this.
Was it worth it? Was it fucking worth it? Fucking Orlando Bloom, huh?
And
was it worth
go
it?
Down with this ship.
And I will.
I will.
God,
why? Helen of Troy, played by Diane Kruger, aka
Mrs. Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus, man. How does that happen?
I don't know, man. But good for him,
Yeah, he looks like an Asian person.
He looks like he smells. He looks like he smells. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
He looks like because tonight will be the night.
His hair is always like that.
Yeah.
Over and again.
Don't make me change my mind. Oh man, Diane Kruger in National Treasure. She was the National Treasure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
Menelaus.
The desks were resolute desks. Okay.
I know. He's just like putting words together. He's like, sound it out.
He said the pen was iron. It was stronger than. God damn. We need to do National Treasure review. Fuck yeah. I love National Treasure. Fucking Natty Tresh.
Natty Tresh, baby. Oh,
what is happening?
Oh,
Natty Tresh. Fuck yeah.
Oh, look at how red I am, dude.
Me too. Look at my face. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Sort of Interesting podcast.
Yeah, we're here. We're taking our sweet time with this, and we've been off for a while. All right.
Good.
Oh, I've been saving up for new characters.
I've been edging.
Menelaus, played by Brendan Gleeson. Brendan Gleeson from
Moody.
A lot of stuff. Professor Moody, Mad Eye Moody. He's
in Bruges. Yeah, so good in
Bruges.
Bruges. I fucking love that movie.
God damn, with Colin.
Yeah. In fucking Bruges.
Fucking Bruges. He was also in Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, that's right. He was like the head, like one of the head general guys or whatever. Yeah, that's right.
I just thought about that. Paris, played by Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Paris is love interest of Helen. And Hector, played by Eric Bana. Hector is Paris's brother. Older brother.
Right.
Better brother. Yeah, better brother. He's like the brother that... Paris is the brother you don't want.
It's so strange to see the name Hector in, like, Greek stuff. It's like I always associate Hector with, like, Mexico. You know what I mean?
I always associate
it's so
Paris
strange to see it. Yeah, Paris too. Yeah.
Not there, like, more, over in Europe.
Yeah.
That way. Whatever way. Helen of Troy sneaks away to her room, and we already get this, like, fucking eye fucking between Paris and Helen.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, Helen is of Troy. If we can make that
wife of Professor Moody. Yeah.
Professor Moody.
He likes him.
And Paris and Hector are both from Sparta.
Yeah, and they've made a pact. Yeah.
Yeah, they've made that.
And then they, what's his name? Professor Moody makes that toast that may the gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women on our beds. I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like that toast. That's a good one.
I'm gonna do that at my wedding.
Yeah, there you go.
We find. I said I was gonna say Satan. Helen sneaks. I made Satan keep doing it. Helen sneaks away to her room, and Paris follows her because what if we? Oh wait.
How telegraphed though? Yeah, totally. I mean, everybody knows what's gonna happen. Like if two people leave anywhere to go anywhere, and they're man and woman, something's about to happen.
It's like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Me too.
Just whatever you do, wash your hands.
There's a bathroom over there. Yes, whatever you do, wash your hands. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. That was that from Dr.
Yeah. What do you say? It's like I'm gonna use the toilet in the bathroom, whatever.
What do you do? Wash your hands. My cousin Ray, boom,
dead. Every bone in his body, dead.
Bro, every bone in his body. So Paris follows her, and we find out that they fucking having an affair.
We see a lot of nudity from what's her name, Diane Kruger. Where's the Orlando Bloom nudity? Where's the equal showing? I wanted to see that. Yeah, come on. You can't do that because they showed like the little gutters. They showed right up until like
gutters.
They showed like right up until like the root of the penis, and then they cut it off. I'm like, come on, man. At least let us see the root part of it, the root of the tree.
The poopa.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh man, I know the gutter. The gutter. Oh man, gutter times 2. We find out they are having an affair, and this has been going on for a little bit,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because she says, I've made many mistakes this week.
Yeah. You want to make one more about that? So Paris is like, hey, why don't you? Here's a crazy idea. Why don't you just?
As all lovers do. There's always talk of like, let's go, let's get out of here.
He's like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if you just like came with me?
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we just left?
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we had sex right now?
And she's like,
who said that? Somebody. I heard that. I read it in a magazine on fucking. Somebody was writing it, chiseling it on the graffiti. Anyways, the next morning, the Trojans are on their way back home when Paris breaks the news. He's like, "Ooh, brother,
dude." But their outfits in this fucking scene, dude. This boat outfit, Eric Bana and Orlando are wearing like the crop tops, like the blue crop tops that they're wearing, and Eric Bana, his fucking arms look jacked as fuck, and Orlando Bloom, no slouch either. Like his chest when he's popping through like that little crop top, he looks good, man. That deep V that he has, and like that poncho that he's wearing. I would love to wear something like that on like a vacay to Greece or something. But and also Eric Bana has that line where he says, "Sometimes the gods bless you in the morning and curse you in the afternoon." I'm like, hell yeah, keep talking like that, Bana. I like that.
I love when they say shit like that.
It's so stupid, but it means nothing, but I love it. Sometimes the gods bless you in the morning and curse you in the afternoon.
It's just somebody talking like that now. Or just...
Yeah. I would only talk like that if I was on a boat like that in an outfit like that. It's the only appropriate time to talk like that.
And not in a serious way at all.
No, yeah.
But then it was serious. He's
Yeah.
serious right
Oh, yeah,
there. If
yeah.
you interrupted him then saying that shit, you made fun of him, he'd kill you, throw you overboard. All right. What's the shit you say like when you're drunk as fucking Vegas or something? You know.
Curse you in the afternoon.
So Paris breaks the news, and this is really when Paris is like, "Hey, brother, wouldn't it be funny if like I just took like, you know, if I just took
Totally.
the princess of fucking
He was like, hey, remember that one time
Troy?
where I took the horse from that one guy? He's like, it's kind of like that, but it's a person.
instead of a horse, it's a horse.
It's a whore.
It's a whore, singular." Yeah, so here she is. She walks out too. She like unveils.
Yeah, I'm like, did you not look how small this boat is? Did you not see this person in a hood in fucking 98-degree weather like walk onto the boat? Like, how do you hide this person in a boat like this?
When no other guys like breaking their
Yeah.
neck, like, you can tell. You know that's a girl. You
Is there no one going underneath the fucking below deck to go check out anything? She's just hanging out by herself.
yeah. Paris is just standing there, just like nothing to see here.
Yeah.
You know? The next morning, the Trojans are on the way back home. Paris breaks the news to Hector that he has brought Helen aboard. Then we're introduced to Helen again on the board, and Hector's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. We're just gonna go. Like, you just cost us peace, but we're just gonna go anyways. We're going back to Troy. Yeah.
Yes, I love you. He said, "I guess I'll write my will out right now."
Asshole Hector though, because at first he's like, take us back right now, and the guys start rowing, and he's like, fuck it, go back to Troy, and they're like, what the fuck? What are we doing, man? I just put down the sail and everything. God.
It takes a while
Yeah.
to stop this fucking thing. Jesus
How
Christ.
fucking long it took me to fucking take that thing down.
Imagine you're just like another boat, just watching them just go.
Reverse and then go back again.
What's going on? Hector knows this has cost him their peace, but he's like, "Fuck it, dude. We're blood brothers."
That's what happens. Man.
He decides to head to Troy anyway, taking Helen with them. Because apparently this is fine. This is better than peace, you know? Making sure
Bullshit.
your younger brother gets what he wants, even though he was the younger brother, so he probably always got what he wanted, you know?
Probably figure though, if he did take her back, like they're probably dead anyways. Like
Yeah.
that guy's not gonna have it. So I guess whatever.
Just dump her off on shore real quick and, head out.
like when someone's ODing in your car, like fuck, just fucking drop him off at the fucking.
At the emergency room right there. And then kick the fucking person who made it.
It's not like it takes fucking 3 hours to get away from the shore or anything. So, like, I wonder who dropped her off here.
a little sail by, you know? Just throw her overboard. Oh shit. No, put her in a little dinghy and just push it to shore.
just there you go. We'll see ya.
Momentum. Or no, tell your brother, and then we'll meet you out there, and then your brother just keep leaving. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He's a fuck anyways. You don't need him. Menelaus finds out that Helen and the Trojans' betrayal, finds out about Helen and Trojans' betrayal, and goes to his brother Agamemnon to seek revenge.
I like this line from Menelaus too, where he's like, "I know you want her back," and he's like, "I want her back so I can kill her myself." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you do. I understand. I get it."
He's like, "I want to fuck her first.
Kill her myself."
I want to." Agamemnon declares war on Troy for his own greed. He's like, "Finally,
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
want peace.
He's like,
I never
"Thank
wanted."
God. Thank God. Yeah.
This is the definition of peace was never an option. You know when
Yeah.
they were saying that. Fucked up my leg. His right hand man tells him they need Achilles for this war.
Dude, so good. I like that guy. That guy's voice is so good. Some of the lines from this guy too about Achilles. He says, "That man was born to end lives," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then he ends it by saying, "This will be the greatest war the world has ever seen. We need the greatest warrior." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Are you fucking kidding me? This is way more epic than it needs to be. It's so cool."
I was like, "Look at my hairs. Look at they're standing up right now. Look at that."
And he's like, Agamemnon was like, "Whoa, dude! I just got fucking goosebumps. Like, that's fucking good."
He's like, "Yo, I just went from 12 to midnight right now."
Say no more. Say no more. We're getting them.
Let's get him. Yeah. Say less. Agamemnon decides to recruit Odysseus, king of Ithaca, played by Sean Bean.
Scene being
Because
so cool.
If Achilles was going to listen to one man, it was going to be Odysseus.
Yeah.
And shit, he wasn't going to listen to Agamemnon. He fucking hated it.
Again, another missed opportunity with Sean Bean. Should have totally made a Odyssey movie after this. It would have been so cool. Yeah,
that would have been pretty sick.
But we've seen the way those like kind of mythological movies go with Clash of the Titans. You know, it's like the first one was pretty good, and they keep pushing that envelope, and it's like, okay, it kind of loses its steam real quick. That crazy like god stuff kind of like loses its steam pretty quick. So maybe they should have done that. I don't know. Yeah.
Is that I mean, just a little sidebar. Do you think them going that way with in this movie? With Thor in this new Thor movie, is that kind of like, because I know they're a part of the MCU, but it just seems like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that's a good thing? Good way to go with these gods and these demigods? And,
for Thor? God, I guess there's no other way to go. I think it's a good way to introduce new characters because Hercules is actually a big part of like the Avengers, but it's not like he's like an integral part of the things that are going to be happening with future MCU stuff with like what's supposed to be like the Endgame stuff. But God damn it. I thought, you know, the Russell Crowe stuff was cool, but yeah, there's no need to dive deep into that. We need more heroes. We don't need any more gods. Like, we need superheroes. Get the X-Men, get Fantastic Four. We don't need to dive into the gods. So that's too much for MCU. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. Well, I think like where it's going with like how the grand scale of things are now with like, you know.
It's not cohesive like as it used to be, so that's why I think these MCU movies are failing. These MCU TV shows are also failing. There's no cohesion. You can't connect the dots with any of these movies anymore. So it's not good. Yeah, it's not looking good for the future.
The map has gotten this much larger now, as opposed to the map before that we had was just this. So it was easier to connect the dots. I think that.
A quote from Pirates of the Caribbean: "The empty spaces of the maps are being filled in." That's what they say. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. And then it's up to I think it's up to the viewer too to like really do their homework now.
They really do now, and I don't know if that's a good thing because that's people are not going to really understand that stuff. So they're really going out there with that.
Yeah. They wanted to, and that's part of the reason why they wanted these theatrical movies because they didn't want to have to fucking do their goddamn research like that. They wanted the movie to do the research for them and for them to be. Now it's like, oh fuck, who the fuck do you guys remember Kang? Kang is still in this.
Yeah, it's just been so long. It's like, wait, yeah, you gotta remember who.
Oh yeah, remember fucking Adam Warlock is still a thing.
That's right,
you know?
him. Yeah, fucking what's his name? Will Poulter with his fucking eyebrows. Like,
yeah. Sid.
Yeah, Sid.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I was just like a little sidebar this morning. Anyways, we cut to a little sparring training sesh with Achilles and Patroclus.
Dude, Brad Pitt he's also in that little crop top, and he blows Orlando Bloom and Eric Bana out of the water by wearing that same exact outfit on the boat. Yeah, but he makes it look so much better. Yeah. He makes it look so cool. I love that outfit he's wearing.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Patroclus, played by Garrett Hudlin, and that's.
Fuck him, dude. Fuck that guy. He's in that Four Brothers, but he's also with goddamn fucking Emma Roberts. Fucking cocksucker. Yeah.
He
Tron Evolution, cool too. Yeah.
Tron Evolution. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Fucking Olivia.
Odysseus. Fucking.
He arrives and he tries to recruit Achilles by telling him that this war will never be forgotten, nor will the heroes who fight in it. And that was like when
what a cool line. Yeah, what a great line. That was when Achilles, damn it. And then also Achilles and Patroclus are cousins in this movie, but according to history, they are not related and were much more than just friends. There was a whole book written about their love affair that came out recently called A Song of Achilles, which I did not know it was about their love affair. I started reading it and I was like, I like Troy. I like these battles that I've seen. I hope maybe this will shed some more light on the historical aspect of it. And I started reading it, and a couple chapters in, I'm like, wait a minute. This is just a gay Twilight that I'm reading now. So I'm just going to put this down because this isn't really my jam. But if you like that stuff, go read Song of Achilles. Yeah, you can read all about their love affair, their steamy love affair.
Wow. Yeah, not really into erotica. And,
yeah, I was like, wait a minute, this is not for me. Sorry.
Yeah, I did not know that. That is something. Yeah. All right, they were kissing cousins. Okay. No, but I mean, this. You said it too before. You were like, there's.
Oh yeah. A lot more than just friendship going on between these two.
Yeah. You know, what's the best way to assert dominance over a man is to fuck him.
Yeah.
You know. Show him who's boss. Yeah. He successfully recruits Achilles to the war, and he brings.
He said, "I would feel much better. My wife would feel much better if she knew that you were out there too on the battlefield, yeah,
protecting my ass."
Yeah,
you know, and you don't blame him. You know, I would want to kill his ass too. He speaks with his mother in this like. This is like some.
This is cool. This is cool
like
stuff.
Some dream. This is like a dream. You know, it reminds me of like a dream. They're just waiting in the water of like this nice, beautiful. Just cliffs like with giant rocks and beautiful. It looks 75 degrees.
Yeah,
cool.
Like, he's wearing that outfit, and it's such a small scene, but we talked about it earlier. But his mother, when she's picking up the shells for Brad Pitt, when he crosses his arms and his fucking biceps and his forearms are so jacked, they're so big and juicy. I'm like, God damn! And his neck, and his fucking neck is all big. I'm like, God damn it, Brad, you're so fucking cool. I hate you.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
He's talking to his mom about this dilemma because his mom tells him that if he stays, he'll have children, a happy life, happy wife. But his name will be forgotten throughout the years.
Yeah, it's like their children will know your name, the children after them, but in time, your name will be forgotten. Oh, that's fucked.
But if he goes, he will die, but live in immortality. He would be immortal.
Your name will never be forgotten. Yeah,
never be forgotten. And that's just feeding him. Like he's going because he wants to be remembered, and now his mom's telling him that he will be remembered because.
Yeah, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" That's all he said. Say no more. Say no more, mother. Yeah. Mother. And also, there's an opening line from this movie too, with a VO from Sean Bean, where literally I think the first thing he says is, "Men are haunted by the vastness of eternity," and I'm like, that is so fucking true. Like, there's, of course, people want to be remembered for everything they've done, but yeah, to have your name forgotten is just it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, you think about it, on a cosmic scale, you're just fucking nothing, bro. We're nothing.
Especially with those new fucking pictures of that telescope.
Oh
it's
my
like,
God.
God damn it! I did not need to see that. Why?
I saw the scale of where that was in like.
It was like that tiny of a square in this fucking massive thing.
They said if you hold up a grain of sand at arm's length into the sky, that is about the size of what that picture was.
I'm like, what's the point? What's the point of paying? Why am I paying rent? Why am I paying for power? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we're nothing. We're nothing.
Nope. What am I? I'm putting an elevator in.
This is nothing. This means nothing.
So let's get back to this nothingness. As we are going to be forgotten throughout the years.
And I love this transition too, where he's like staring, and then it cuts to him on the ship, and it like zooms out, and he's just staring out into the distance, going into war. It's fucking dope, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he knows his fate, and
I'm doing
excited.
it. Yeah, he said, "Fuck that, I don't care." Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
that's all I
don't
want.
Care. I don't care.
I don't care.
Still don't care. On that boat, still don't care.
Still don't care. Get shot in the ankle. Don't care.
Don't care. Cut to Achilles and the rest of the Greek army setting sail for Troy. That's
great shot, yeah. Or it zooms out, yeah, and he's just staring out there.
Yeah. Excuse me. Back in Troy, we're introduced to King Priam. This old fuck, played by Peter O'Toole.
Dude, Lawrence of Arabia himself, yeah.
And their cousin Perseus, played by Rose Byrne.
Rose Byrne with that Bobby Cannavale. Good for both of them. Like, both of them are hot as fuck.
Right.
Yeah. Good for. Yeah, he's fire too, dude. His hair. God.
He's great. He's such a. He plays. There's a lot of roles.
He's cool.
Like,
he's such a cool guy. Like I wish I could know him in
funny.
real life. Yeah, he's such a cool guy.
Fucking yes, chef. What
Yeah.
He's sleeping in his...
Got the lechon. Yes.
Yes. The Greeks are now on site on the shore. They just, they just straight.
And it's such a Achilles. I like how his army looks totally different too. I don't know if it's like the lighting or what, but his armor, certain scenes looks completely gold. Like his armor set, some scenes it's kind of lit differently and it looks all gold. Some other scenes where it looks a little like darker, but in that scene where he's on the ship, he looks like a fucking Power Ranger. Like it looks all gold. He looks awesome. Yeah.
Like because him and his soldiers, like you can really, they're on their own.
Yeah, they're in the front of everyone, which is cool. Yeah.
They're on their own ship and they're sailing ahead like quick. They're just like, no, I'm first, motherfucker. Achilles says, no, I'm going. Achilles and his soldiers sail ahead of the rest of the armies. And who was it? That was talking to Agamemnon. He was just like, what's he doing?
Yeah, he's like, he's gonna take the beach of Troy with 50 men. Yeah.
Say let him. Achilles gives a battle speech to his men before reaching the beach.
Fucking awesome. He says, let them remember how menacing we are. We are lions. And he fucking points that sword at them. Yep. Yeah. He said, immortality. Take it. It's yours. One thing I hate about him, though, he grabs the sword by, like, it's, like, by the blade part, not by the hilt.
No, so there's a...
Is there, like, a curved part?
Yeah, there's, like, so after the hilt, I guess, there's, like, a curved part that goes inward. Kind of like and it's dull, so you can grab it, so you can like.
He does that a lot in this movie. Yeah.
He does the.
Yeah, he turns it around like that. But it's in like that really bad slow mo though, where he just like turns it in.
Yeah, I don't like that slow mo. That was a terrible.
We are lions.
And they stormed the beach of Normandy or Troy or whatever. They touch down and immediately they fuck up these Trojans, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Them up, man. I don't understand it. Like they're on a little boat. Like everybody just aim for them. You know?
What they're doing is they're using like that tactics from like 300 though, that our last podcast, right? Where they're working together as a team.
Yeah.
Where they make like that wall of shields, and then here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Achilles breaks off on his own, and he reaches the step of the temple, and this shot is amazing, where he blocks the arrow with his shield, and then he immediately just pop up those two guys, like just 1-2 step both those guys pop up, and then as he's putting his shield back on his back, the fucking arrow comes at him. He blocks it as he's putting it on his back. I'm like, what the fuck?
I noticed that too.
He's just a killing machine after this. Like, no shield. He puts it on his back, and he's just taking on a whole group of Trojan shoulders. Yeah, dude. By himself, slicing throats, and that slow motion trap stab again on that one guy. But now he's like dual wielding swords. Myles, you know how I love me a dual wielding weapon scene. I love it so much.
You're a Kimbo aficionado.
And he slices off that dude's leg in a super gnarly scene, and he does some like crazy spinning shit, and this poor final guy where he throws the sword into his fucking like his forehead part, right? And then he turns around, and then everybody's chanting Achilles, and Brad Pitt turns around, the blood's dripping from like the center of his fucking helmet. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me with this scene? This is probably the best action scene in Brad Pitt's career. Like he's never been cooler in his entire movie career other than this scene. He was so cool.
Oh, it was so fucking sick when he just breaks off in it, because they're at the temple of the gods.
Yeah, Apollo's temple. Yeah,
Apollo the
sun god. Yeah,
and
oh damn, that's that fucking Usain Bolt right there.
Yeah. But his lieutenant or whatever the fuck, his guy
captain, from 300. Yeah,
300. Yeah. His son gets beheaded. I like this little nod to that, because after he's like, you're not worried about angering the gods.
Oh yeah, and he
hits the head off of Apollo.
So cool. Yeah.
And then later on in 300, his son's head.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Gone.
Oh
God!
Shit.
So he's never forgotten.
Yeah.
Some people never forget.
300's way after this movie too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and fucking,
take whatever you
go in
want.
there,
Yeah.
take what you want. Fuck my wife." He's just take all the riches.
He said, "Wash up, get yourself something to drink. Fuck my wife.
So what was that?
Fuck my wife."
So they get their riches, they're in there, and then we see that Eric Bana leads a little small contingency to go to try to take back or they were trying to defend it.
Yeah,
but they didn't get there in time, and so now they're on their way, and we get this.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Right, and he takes the fucking spear.
He said, "Wait," and he does this, and the guy gives him the fucking spear, and he's like, "All right, I got this," and he just waits, and then fucking
That's
perfect form,
too.
dude. Yeah, and that follow through after where his body is like this. I'm like, bro, is there anything that fucking Brad Pitt can't do? He could be in the Olympics too for fucking javelin throw.
That javelin throw would be into the stands, hitting somebody in the fucking chest. You ever seen that video of that guy got fucking impaled with the javelin?
And he still pulled it out and pulled out the flag. He's like, "I got it, guys." He's like, "I'm good." Yeah, get out of the fucking way.
God,
How do you not see that coming,
dude? Oh my god, it's like standing there. I'm gonna catch the shot put.
Fucking badass though. The way he throws it, it's just perfect. Just
I know that fucking throw. You can see the power in it too.
So
like,
cool.
Whatever they did, and then it just and intentionally, he doesn't hit. Like that.
He hits like the other guy right next to Hector. So cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all on horses too, running in. So he gets fucking thrown back like crazy. Just like 300, the soldiers get information. Yeah.
And then
so the Hector's troops arrive.
They get into the temple. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little trap. They walk in, they get decimated, and Hector is the only one to survive. And Achilles says, "It is not your day." Wait, the day of killing.
He says something. He just tells him like he tells him to leave first, right? And then he talks to the 300 guy. He's like, "You're just gonna let him go away?" And he says, "It's too early in the day to be killing princes."
There you go. That's what it was.
Dude, that's probably the most terrifying, most badass line ever. Too early in the day to be killing princes. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he puts out his sword, like fucking straight, like some Hitler shit, where he like puts it out like that, and everyone's like, fucking Achilles,
Heil Achilles.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh shit. All right, that's it's so moving. Why did he have to ruin it? Why did he have to ruin that? Oh wait, what was the Roman salute, right? Wasn't that like both arms?
I don't know. I've never seen the Roman salute. I have no idea. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's like both hands and they do that.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that.
I think that's where Hitler got it from. Hector and his army are ambushed. His last to survive. Back at Achilles' tent after everybody else has shown up finally. He got a little present waiting for him.
Hello. A little slice of jerky for my guy right here. Yeah.
Oh, I guess one of the main reasons why Hector went over there was because his cousin.
Oh, that's right. She was
there.
in that Temple of Apollo. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
that.
working for the priests.
Hello.
Right?
So what's the priest asking for, though? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's asking for your. He's asking for you to right your wrong. It's gonna cost you.
You need to repent for your sins. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you to repent.
Yeah.
Repent so hard. Back at Achilles' tent, we got a present waiting for him, and it is Perseus, played by Rose Byrne. She's been captured and brought to Achilles as a little snack,
Hello. A little trivia fact from first of all, Brad Pitt starts to get undressed at this part, and I saw this article on Yahoo in the mornings. I like to browse a little Yahoo, just get up to date with some current affairs. And then there was a Vanity Fair video that happened a couple years ago with Brian Cox. This was at the finale of the last season of what's that show? Succession. He was on, right? And then a quote from this Vanity Fair video featuring Brian Cox. He says Brad Pitt walked on, and he continued, and my jaw was down because he was so stunningly beautiful. I mean, I'm straight, but I just thought, wow, my God, this guy is stunning. Like, even Brian Cox, you know what I'm saying? Even Brian Cox. Yeah, nobody can get away from Brad Pitt in this movie. Even the manliest of men, Brian Cox, was like, wow, this guy is stunning. So it totally validated everything that I've been thinking for the past, 15 years of my life. So I was like, thank you, Brian Cox. I needed that.
God damn it, dude! I see that I needed to hear that. I didn't need to hear that, but I'm glad I did. That was amazing.
He says, I'm straight, but I just thought, wow, my God, this guy is stunning. That's
for the longest time.
Exact quote from Brian Cox. Yeah.
I didn't know Brian Cox was. He's Scottish, right?
Yeah, I think Scottish or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a fucking accent. I'm like,
oh yeah. Huh. He always plays an American though, most of the time.
Yeah, that's like Henry Cavill. I had no idea for the longest time, because I never see interviews of them, and it's like Nicole Kidman for a while too. I didn't know because she doesn't even have an accent anymore, barely. You can barely tell she has an
Except
accent.
now when she's like, when I was just a wee little Sheila. When I used to go to the movie theaters. Emily at AMC or whatever the fuck she's. We gotta fucking give her the salute.
That's like the Pledge of Allegiance when you walk into an AMC.
Her little thing before every AMC movie, it's the Pledge of Allegiance for AMC. Basically, it's just we got to take off our hats for fucking Nicole Kidman. Everybody, show some goddamn respect.
Everybody stops what they're doing,
Show some respect.
They play that at like a baseball game. I don't know. Okay. Brad Pitt cleans himself and just gets naked. He's just like...
Again, Myles, I ain't gay, but I recognize and most importantly appreciate a great body when I see one, and goddamn Brad Pitt. And if I was gay, I probably would have had a sexual awakening as a little boy. But, I mean, you gotta imagine. Like, people our age who are gay, like the little boys who probably saw this at that time were like... That's probably the time when they knew, right? Like, this is what I like, and if I was gay, I'd be like, yeah, no, I would have realized it at that time too. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were looking at, we didn't appreciate him until I didn't appreciate it until I was older.
It's true. Yeah.
It was the girls. It was
because it was taboo to like think and talk about that stuff at that time. But now it's like, hey, we're all good now. Like, I could talk about it without being gay. It's all good.
Who was it? This little side thing. There was like a comedian who was like, why is it every little like fourth grader is so gay? It's like you get made fun of for liking girls. Oh, you like a girl? That's so gay. Why do you like girls? You're going over to your friend's house who's a guy for a sleepover. You want to sleep over at a guy's house. Why?
God, I didn't even think about that.
It's like, what? Where did we go?
That is... Oh, God. It's so taboo. It's just so strange how things have changed. Like, why were we like that back then? Why were we fucking just animals, just thinking every little thing was gay back then? It's like, come on, man. Brought an umbrella to school, you're fucking gay. You're fucking gay. Put your fucking shoulders up. Bring an umbrella and you're gay. Just like, what are we doing? We were animals, man.
We were savages.
God.
Oh man, little boys.
Bad kids, man.
Dicks, dude. Man, if you were a little boy at one point, you were a dick. And you're
so bad.
Okay, so
sexual awakening though, this scene for some people out there, I'm sure. Yeah.
So was Rose. She was like, oh man.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
She's like, I'll get beat again just to see this. Agamemnon has a meeting with Achilles in his tent to celebrate the victory. Dude,
shout out to Achilles' his little after hours attire too he has on, because it's kind of like the same armor with the torso, but he's rocking a cape for some reason. It's an interesting choice. I don't know why he would be rocking a cape. But Brad Pitt in this scene calls Agamemnon a sack of wine. It has You sack of wine. And he has like that super cheesy, but it's still pretty cool line where he says, "Before my time is over, I will look down on your corpse and smile." And it's an empty line because it never actually happens in this movie.
No,
but
it
would have been so cool if it did happen.
would have. I know. Yeah, and well, the reason why he flips out is because he took
Yeah, Rose Byrne. He took Rose Byrne.
Yeah, he took Rose because he was like, "You're keeping fucking shit from me, you know? I
Yeah,
want that
yeah.
shit. It's mine. I'm the king."
Because he can't fight him, so what does he
Yeah.
take? Like something that he wants,
Gonna
yeah.
take his stuff, and then if he goes and kills Agamemnon, he's gonna have everybody else to worry about, you know, fighting.
But he also
him.
whips out his sword and he does like that little weird pose where he's like,
Yeah.
it's always been awkward. Yeah, he's like this.
Everybody's just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and they're like, "What are you doing,
Relax,
dude?"
Relax, dude. We don't want to do that. Not here. The other cuck of a king. I'm bending to the knee. I forgot about that part. When
Oh,
just like
so lame.
this
Yeah.
was my wife's girl. Yeah.
It's a pair of my wife's undergarments.
Garments. Unwashed. He's like, yeah. Oh god.
He's like, "Oh, you promise?"
It's the guy from fucking the Tom Segura video where
He's like, "These are 18-year-old panties. 30
that's
days worn panties."
that was a fucking senior at that time too. Oh man. The other couple of kings are giving a kiss. Oh man, Perseus. So, yeah, we get that famous line where he's like, "I'm gonna stand over your body and fucking, you know."
Down to
Back
your
at
corpse
Troy,
and smile. Yeah.
Troy, the Trojans are having a meeting on what the next step in this war is going to be. The Trojans are feeling themselves.
Yeah, because that one idiot's like, "I saw the crow. He was carrying a serpent," which means, guess what, guys? We're fucking good, all right? And Eric Bana's like, "Are you fucking stupid? Like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, this means nothing."
You fucking high?
Yeah.
Dude, they're all smoking something.
Oh,
too.
yeah, they're all
Boy,
on something,
they're
yeah.
like, having visions.
I'm not having the visions. Can we pack another bowl, perhaps?
This is handle your shit, brother.
Handle your shit, brother.
God damn, dude. You know,
Perhaps
they were
we
just
could
fucking-
pack another bowl.
I'm not saying anything. Like, what?
Yeah.
What do you gotta be on? He's like, "Oh yeah, dude. I was in a dream last night. This one."
You gotta imagine all those, even like the temple people, like Perseus, she was probably fucking high as shit all the time. Yeah, it's the only way you can see them gods like that. Yeah,
Only way you can see them gods.
if
Back in
if
Troy.
that's the case, get me in that temple, baby.
They think they could win the war. Hector's not having it. He knows firsthand how good Achilles
Yeah, I love that
is.
because he was like,
Dude.
he's like, "Birds, you're gonna base our fucking battle tactics on birds, bro? Like, no, let's not do that." He's the only one who makes sense in this scene. Yeah,
I just got fucked.
yeah.
Just got literally fucked. All my
said-
friends.
He said, "You see
Dead.
this? He just shoved this up my butt, okay? Like,
All the guys I grew up with, they're all dead right now.
Yeah.
They just died. The only thing I got left is my shit brother because he can't keep his dick in his pants. You know that. Listen to me.
Yeah.
I am the prince too. Like I don't know why they don't listen to the.
it's the dad's fault.
Isn't that the hierarchy there?
The dad
you
is
know?
the one
Like,
calling the shots, though. So like anything that
Yeah.
happens, it's the dad. So
his dad's fucking retarded.
yeah,
Back at Troy. Wait. Paris volunteers himself to fight Menelaus, to which everybody's like,
yeah. They're like, "Bruh, you sure? All right, fucking do whatever
let's
you
just
want,
slit
man."
your throat right
Yeah.
now.
It's like eating Taco Bell. Just throw it in the toilet, like. Just throw the thing in the toilet. I'll just save you some time.
To fight Menelaus to save the lives of the Trojans. Everybody's like, "Oh, fuck that." King Priam and Paris have a meeting alone. Priam gives Paris the sword of Troy to fight with and carry on the lineage. Like, of course, he's the younger brother. He's gonna get everything, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I know, right? Why wouldn't Hector get that? That kind of sucks. Yeah.
Of course, I know. Hector's like, wasn't he the next in line? But
It's supposed to be, yeah. But,
yeah, it's like Priam doesn't give a fuck about us until later. until after too late.
God damn it.
You know. The next morning, Achilles and his army stay behind while the Greeks go to the wall to watch the big fight.
Dude, I love this scene here. We get some great acting from Pitt, right? Because Achilles is trying to reason with his cousin Patroclus. Patroclus is like, "Why the fuck aren't we going out there, man?" And he's like, "Hey, we're all good. This isn't our fight." Patroclus is just a pit bull, just waiting to be unleashed out there in the battlefield, but he just doesn't get it. Like Achilles tells him, "I taught you how to fight, but I never told you why you should fight," which is a really great line he has here. And Patroclus says he's a soldier, and soldiers obey orders. And Brad Pitt, he just gets this super disappointed look on his face, and he's like, "Dude, no, like." I failed you. Like you still aren't getting it. And tells him like you shouldn't waste your life following some old fool's orders. And that really stuck with me. I'm like, dude, like you get it, man. Like Achilles is fighting for himself. He's not fighting for the like his king. He always wants to fight for himself. So I love that interaction. Achilles just getting frustrated. Tells him like he's just too young and inexperienced to understand what's going on. He's just like, fuck it, just get out of here, man. Get out of my face.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to you, dude. I just been training for the wrong fucking reasons.
He just looks at him like, dude, just get out of here. Like,
for real?
Yeah. I'm fucking done with you, dude. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
Are you being serious right now, dude? Just wasting my fucking time with you? Patroclus. It's time for the big fight between Paris and Menelaus.
Legolas versus Professor Moody right now. What a fight we got.
I know. When you think about it like that, you're like, holy shit. I guess it's more Turner versus Moody, because if it was Legolas,
true. Yeah,
Legolas would have
fucking down the fucking
from the beach. He would have fucking Jesus, the wall to the beach. He would have fucking just went like not even looking.
Dude, side note, I'm so juiced to do some Pirates of the Caribbean, dude. I fucking love that series so much.
That shit's gonna make me want to go to Disneyland. Dude.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Fuck, let's go to no. When we want to go to Disney fucking World.
One day. It's all right.
Want to see that one with the what was that Pirates of the Caribbean and
Shanghai, I think. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking Sorta.
What was it?
Yeah. He's fucking moving like.
Dude, he's doing the A1 movements and shit. I'm like, whoa.
So cool, man.
I need to watch that video again, man.
Yeah.
Actually gets me going.
They need to do this shit out here, man. It's fucking bullshit.
No, don't we got the technology? Isn't this where this is where the shit started? Come on. They can't be that far ahead of us. It's time for a big fight now. Paris versus Menelaus. It's pretty clear from the start that Menelaus has the upper hand. He's bigger, stronger.
Not even close, this fight.
Not even close, dude. Paris is a bitch. We really.
It's one of those when they do that our tale of the tape, and they show like both the weights and the heights. It's like this is
like UFC 1.
Like this fight's over. Like
sumo wrestler.
There's no weight classes. Yeah, it's over. This shit is over.
Fight goes bad. You know, it goes sideways. Paris literally crawls back to Hector's feet, dude. Bloody mouth.
If I was Helen at that point watching, my nether regions would just dry up instantly. Yeah. I'd be like, dude, you're fucking crawling to your brother's feet. You fucking suck, dude. Are you kidding me? God.
And she's like looking over at Hector's wife, like, hey, you wanna?
Yeah.
You and your bro, you and your husband, you wanna?
Yeah. Little menage.
Yeah. You know? Not that, you know. He's like, you don't want? No, I don't. I don't. I'd rather have Priam than Paris at this point. Crawls to Hector's feet to survive.
She's like Priam. You need a queen or something, bro? Like what's going on? Where's Mrs. Priam, man?
Where's Miss Priam? If I was Hector at this point too, I would just be like, all right, kiss my fucking hand. All right, I'm about to save your.
Like, yeah, what do you do, man? Like, is there a Mrs. Priam? That's what.
Is there a Mrs. Priam?
She says to the king, and then he says, she's on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, no. Please call me Pri.
Call me king.
Call me king. Call me your highness. Hector proceeds to pull out his sword and he does like that stab where his hand's on the bottom.
Dude, we see that a couple times in this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
I was like, fuck, dude. Yeah, when I'm sticking my knife into like when I'm carving like a pineapple.
Totally.
Or some, yeah, or a cantaloupe. I'm just like, yeah, baby. Watermelon, especially. Ah!
We just
Like that fruit ninja, throw it up in the air. Yeah, he kills Menelaus. Basically, just everybody's like, you know, like
yeah, the fucking what's his name? Agamemnon. He doesn't even say anything. Just just yells. Yeah. He doesn't say a single word. Just.
They probably had all these.
Everyone's looking at each other like, "What the fuck does that mean? Do we fucking go or what?"
I would. In my head canon, there's just like all these takes of him just saying, "Shit! What the?"
The director's like, "Okay, just whatever, just go."
Yo, just yo. The last 50th take is just him. So the war has officially restarted now.
Restarted again.
Yeah, we hit that reset button twice because of Paris. I blame this on Paris.
Dude, it's all his fault for sure.
I like the man, you know.
Yeah.
And Helen would, you know, she's probably preggo because you guys don't use fucking protection.
But then again, like Menelaus, he's not like the kind of guy to be like, "Well, all right, battle's over, let's just go back home." So
Yeah,
even
he
if
would
that
want
happen,
Helen.
yeah.
And
He said,
I
"Since
think,
we're here, Troy is
Yeah.
for the taking." Yeah.
I think even after that, I think him wanting that, Hector still would refuse. He's like, she's, and he probably would have killed her anyways too.
And he's like, "Well, Helen's mine now since my brother's dead, so
So now I got 2 wives.
I haven't had a chance. So I need to survive this little battle we're having, so I could go back and you know, give it a test run."
All right.
What if he was like the whole time like, "Yeah, get that motherfucker," like to his, to the other guy, like, "Come on, get that motherfucker."
So was Hector's wife. She's like, "Yeah, get him." So Priam's
Get
like,
that
"Yes."
motherfucker.
Yeah, get him. Agamemnon orders his troops to attack. Then Achilles has his eyes set, has the eyesight of an eagle.
Dude, I don't understand that. They're so far away and they're watching the battle. But I love this scene here. This scene is dope as fuck because we see how good at battle Achilles and Odysseus are right in this scene, because we both see how they both see how the army is failing and they're falling apart, right? And they both know that when they're like, "You're too close to the wall," and then fucking we see Achilles saying that, and then we cut back to Odysseus and he's like, those men are way too close to the wall, let's back away. And then that other part where he's like, "We need to get them back into lines," where Achilles is like just yelling out at nobody, but he's just like, "Get them back into lines." And then we see Odysseus and he says, "Get the men back into lines." I'm like, I love how they both thinking the same thing, because they're really good at battle, but you know, Priam Agamemnon just doesn't really know what he's doing. So
he just sees red and he
just sees red. Yeah, definitely. I love this scene though. It's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's just willing to.
Doesn't make sense though, because Achilles is so far away. Like, how the fuck can you see anything out there?
Literally, the beach is right there. You could, if you could see that, you could shoot arrows at the beach and just be done with them. Middle of the night, just keep shooting arrows, fire arrows all night. The Greeks accept defeat and have to retreat, so they can, you know, at this point, if they're just sending wave after wave, they would.
Yeah, because Agamemnon was like, he says something, and then Sean Bean was like, "You're not gonna have an army if you keep going at it like this." So they retreat. Yeah.
Back at the Greek camp, soldiers are having some fun with Perseus when Achilles comes to rescue her and fucks these guys up with a hot stick.
Who brands that other guy, and he just like fucking shows the other guy like, "What's up, dog?"
This guy's just like,
yeah,
he's like loving it. He's like, yes. Get the yes.
I was hoping you would come.
I was hoping that somebody would put that on me. It's not the same when you do it yourself. They have a conversation about the different perspectives of war.
And they have this. They have this.
Achilles.
They have that little conversation about the gods, right? That Perseus worships, and Achilles gives her that probably the best speech in this whole movie. And he says, "The gods envy us. They envy us because we're mortal. Because any moment might be our last. Everything's more beautiful because we're doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now, and we will never be here again." And I was like, dude, that fucking speech has stuck with me like for fucking forever. I love one of those. It's one of those lines that gives you like an existential crisis. If you think about it too much, you're like, oh fuck.
Where you're sitting there in the. How many people are sitting there in the movie theater downing
just
that
like fuck.
bottle of fucking that extra large Coke with the handful of popcorn here and that. And
Wait, that was me during Thor. Wait a minute. I killed that popcorn.
No, you would have killed that popcorn long before the scene.
Oh my god, yeah. That shit was done in the first like 10 minutes of the fucking movie. God
You were
damn it.
leaning the whole movie too.
Yeah, I was like, because we just had lunch before that, so goddamn, I was fucking done.
Man, we had tacos, big tacos.
But
Taco
I can't deny a big old Coke and fucking popcorn. It's just I can't. It's just too good.
Can't. You would have swore you saw it twice. You would have saw it once already with the way you were doing.
Oh,
Sit
yeah.
down and Jesus Christ. Later that night, Perseus attempts to kill Achilles, but that backfires because that's his kink.
God,
With a knife to the throat.
he liked it. Yeah, he was like, "Do it,
Yeah.
do it now. Go ahead, do it."
I just left. He's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's like, "Fucking do it, baby. I love that. Make
grab
me
her
bleed."
ass.
Yeah. He's like, "Fucking do it."
You know, here I'll start it a little bit.
She liked it too. She kept that knife right there the whole time. And when he fucking turns over,
I know,
and
he
she
turned-
lifts the dress. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening?
Goddamn mesmerized. It's like she needs glasses. She has terrible vision, but they don't have that technology. And she gets up close. She's like, Jesus Christ.
She was into it too because she was holding the knife to his throat, but like as he's lifting the dress, she lifts her hips. I'm like, come on, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. Like,
No, stop.
come. Yeah, like stop. You're gonna get me in trouble.
No, I said no.
Stop.
They make sweet sexual.
Oh yeah, they do. God, what a lucky gal that Roseburn. God damn it, you know.
Yeah, they fornicate.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they do. The next morning, the Greeks. Wait, is Brad Pitt with anybody? He's not really with anybody, huh?
I don't think currently. No, he's just waiting for me to, whenever I. We're just waiting for each other. That's all it is. Yeah.
When you become 30.
Yeah.
You become a man. The next morning, the Greeks set out for battle again, but Achilles tells the guys from 300.
I don't know his name, but that's the guy
I
from
don't
300.
remember his name
yeah.
either. God damn it. That they are done in this war and they are going back home because during the fucking he came to his senses. If you know what I
Oh
mean.
my god, yeah, he did. He just needed to bust that, and he's
Yeah,
like, "Wait a minute,
that
why am I here?"
post-nut clarity, you know?
After that, he's like, "What? Why are we here? Why am I even fighting? There's no point." Yeah. Oh yeah, he had probably the biggest post-nut clarity in the history
Yeah.
of mankind. After that,
It's
yeah.
like his fucking his brain had like cataracts and then just cloudiness.
It was like Limitless, where the pupils just fucking after he came, and then just his pupils just
keeps
go
seeing
wide.
beyond
Yeah.
the tent,
Yeah.
beyond the water, beyond everything.
And he sees like us doing the podcast, fucking
I know.
fucking 3,000 years from now. He's like, wait a minute, if I,
That's how Raven shivers.
he looks at the camera like,
It's a future I can see.
that's so Raven.
That shit never works out. You always get it wrong. In this war, they're going back home. To which I would have been like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's get out of here. Fuck Agamemnon.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Fuck
man.
his brother. You know, we already got our riches. You know, they got the
That's
shit from the
true,
temple.
yeah,
you know, you got your bitch.
Yeah, 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 let's just go. Yeah, fuck these guys.
Odysseus tries to get him to stay. I don't know why. I thought you answered to Odysseus. Or I thought you answered to Achilles. So whatever he should say is just like.
That
"Yes,
next
my
scene
lord."
though, when like he comes out of the tent and he's wearing like his cool outfit, he gives like Odysseus a cheers with his cup. He's like, "Bro, what a night! Smell this." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guess what I did last night? You know what I mean? And Odysseus is like, "Fuck, dog, what the fuck?"
He said, "Damn, this
Dang, dog, I need to go home. Fuck."
this just smell like the ocean." This starts to get in the state. Achilles just sprung up that fresh kitty cat. That cat said meow.
It's too good for him, yeah.
He said, "Arr."
He's like, woo.
He growled at that kitty.
He's like, damn, that shit was fucking good.
Oh,
That shit made him end a fucking war. That's how good it was.
look at that. Yeah, God damn. That shit was probably untouched.
yeah.
Patroclus throws a bitch because he has to leave without fighting. He's like, I just wanted to kill a
He's such
guy.
a bitch, yeah.
He is a bitch, dude. Man, if you just gave him some dick.
He probably was both of them, yeah. That's why he's like, that's why he was like, you can't go to battle because you're gonna die and you're my little boy. You can't. I need you. You can't. Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
King Priam decides to attack one more time, just to get the Greeks to leave. They attack the camp at dawn, which
I like this scene too, where Hector's like standing there, and it kind of like zooms out. And he's fucking doing the shield thing, where like he's hitting the spear against the shield, and then we see all of his soldiers behind him, and then Odysseus is looking, and he's like, "Oh fuck, we're fucked, dude. Like we're so fucked." Yeah. And that's when Achilles in the back comes.
Well, no, they did they do the.
They did like the ball thing.
They had
fire. Yeah.
This is what I was talking about before, where there was like. They traveled in the middle of the night, but they got there like no problem. Where did they set this up? Were they just like travel? Like, I don't know. I'm thinking too much into this, but I liked how they have like, you know, you always hear about the high ground and shit like that. You're just like, why would you set up base camp right next to the word like?
And is there no Greek spies like looking to make sure that no one's coming, or everyone's just like fuck it?
Scouts.
Yeah, scouts. Yeah.
Why not? Like, why?
No one's paying attention. Yeah, they just snuck up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, fuck it. Nobody's gonna come over here. Why would they do that? That's stupid. He decides to attack one more time to get the Greeks to leave. The attack camp at dawn. Yeah, we get that sick ass fucking.
So cool. Yeah.
It looks like the battle is over when Achilles and his men charge out to fight. Like when they're just like, he's just running, and then you see everybody just like follow him, and everybody. And while he's running, everybody's Achilles.
Yeah, even Odysseus is like, oh shit, okay, you're coming out for this, nice.
They slide back. Yeah. Let's go. He's like, oh shit, my lord.
Fuck, let's go.
My liege. Achilles and Hector have a showdown, and they just do like a little.
I also like how everyone's just like, all right. Let's just watch this. Like, how do you come to that conclusion where you're fighting someone in the middle of fighting? You're like, oh, wait a minute. Let's just stop right there, bro. Let's watch this fight real quick. Yeah.
Yo, that's Hector.
Yeah.
Yo, that's Achilles, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like looking over his shoulder like, wait a minute. Is that fucking Achilles?
It's just, wait. Pull it out of his guy's neck.
Because everyone's just standing around them, which has always been hilarious to me.
The guy just like crawling with no leg. Achilles! Thank God you're here. Jesus Christ. And that shit just transcends time, you know? Middle school fights.
Totally, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Fucking 80s dance battles or whatever, you know?
Breakdancing. That Beat It music video, yep.
Circles all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like, yeah. And everybody knows.
Yeah.
Pits. Mosh pits.
Just watch. Nobody's getting in there. Everybody just fucking stand back. This is between them two. Let's do this. Yep. Yeah.
We know it. You know it.
Since the dawn of time.
Yeah. Hector. Achilles and Hector have a showdown.
And I love this too because Odysseus is like, "What the fuck is happening? Like, why are you getting your ass beat right now?"
Yeah, dude. What the fuck is this? Hector slices Achilles' throat, to which I was like, whenever I see this part, like, because I have this weird phobia of this, like, every time I see stuff, when I see people getting choked, or like
the throat's a very sensitive area. Yeah,
like, people's throats getting cut, or like, you know, they're in like the car and they're just like, you know, they hold like the chicken wire. I immediately just like, I get like this real uncomfortable feeling. Like,
protect your neck,
protect your neck. You just protect your neck. And I always get like this, like I have a ball there, and like it feels so like
I hate throat sitting stuff. Yeah, that and like eyeballs, I've always hated that. But the way Patroclus dies in this scene is so brutal. Shout out to Garrett Hudlin, that piece of shit. He fucking married my wife, but the way he's like Like, it looks so painful, and I love the look that Eric Bana gives too, where he's just like, "Fuck, man, it's just a fucking kid," and he just fucking and just ends him right there, and it's like it's a heavy scene, yeah. And I like him and Sean Bean too. They're like, "All right, we're done for the day. That's enough." And then Sean Bean's like,
he's like, "That was his cousin." Yeah, you done fucked up now.
And then him and the guy from 300, the guy from 300's like, well, I don't think he's gonna be happy about this when we sail off. And then fucking Sean Bean's like, I don't think we're going anywhere, dog. Like, this has just started. The fucking battle has just begun. Right? We're not going nowhere. Good scene.
I would have been like, a dressed up like a blonde chick or something like that, and just have him like the back of the ship, like pretend to be sleeping, like covered up. Like, it's like, where's Patroclus? Oh, he's just he wanted to get below deck. He wasn't feeling.
We give him a sleeping pill. He'll wake up when we get there. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
he did not bother him. Not even his cousin.
Or it's like in fucking what's that? Is it Commando where he said, "Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired." He's dead tired. When he has the blanket on his head, please don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. He's dead tired.
Tired. And then, just play it off, dude, so we can get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, like, right when you land back at fucking Sparta, you're like, fucking just run off the ship. I'll see you later.
Later, my liege. Oh, what's that over there? What's that, Mom? Back in camp, the guy from 300 tells Achilles the news, and Achilles is inconsolable.
The acting from Brad Pitt, right? Yeah. He said, Patroclus! And then he's like, Hector cut his throat, my lord.
He said, we thought it was you.
Yeah.
He moved like you.
He wore your armor. Yeah, he moved just like you. It's so good, yeah.
He smelled like you.
You guys have the same shaped ass. I can't tell. He moved just like you. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah.
He thrusted just like you.
He's like, what? No, the sword, my liege. The sword.
He said, nobody thrusts like me.
He grabs him. He's like, nobody thrusts like I do. No, the sword, my liege. The sword.
Get in here. I'll show you right now. Patroclus. Oh, boy. I think it would have played better. No.
I love this like evening wear that he has on too. It's like that long sleeve though, but it's like he's like fucking deep V. He's like, Patroclus, where is he?
Where's my boy?
Yeah. Where's my little boy?
The next morning, Achilles is set on revenge and travels to Troy by himself.
Dude, and we get that dope ass suiting up scene where fucking Hector's like putting on his armor, and then we see Brad Pitt putting on his fucking leg armor and shit. It's so cool, yeah.
His Greaves. And
his Greaves. What a great name, Greaves.
Yeah. Oof.
And a first that I've seen in any of these like kind of time period pieces is the use of the leg armor. We'll see in this next fight, but yeah, we see a lot of like the use of the leg armor being used, which we never even see, not even in like soccer where they use like the fucking shin guards.
I know, right? You just, God damn it, man.
How important those are, yeah.
Fuck. Oh god, taking a cleat to the
Coach Adams, shout out.
Yeah, we get like a really iconic another yelling scene from Brad Pitt where he's standing outside of the wall by himself.
Probably the most iconic from this. I mean, you shout out Hector anywhere, like where people appreciate movies, they're gonna be like, fucking Troy, I got you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hector! It's so good. And he does that breathing, that.
Yeah, we get where he's pacing, and then you get the camera where it's on his face.
Yeah, it's just on his face, and he's fucking angry, breathing out. Like,
he's seething.
Hector! And even when they cut back to Eric Bana, you could hear the Hector still in the background, and Eric Bana just saying goodbye to everybody. It's really good. Man, it's so good. This is at the end of the line. He knows. Yeah.
And although we've come to the end, they're all playing that on like the fucking like on a lute.
Still I can't let go. God, what a fucking Hector! He's so good, dude. When he yells that shit out, been yelling that since high school.
We have. Yeah, we have. Hector says his goodbyes. He says his.
Dude, I love this
Sad.
last scene too. Right as he's about to exit out of the door, he looks at Diane Kruger, and they kind of just make eye contact, and he's like, "This is that shit this is what we signed up for." You know what I mean? He puts his helmet on, and they're just like, "This is some street shit. We gotta handle this like a man." Yeah.
I know. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's your fault, bitch.
Yeah, totally. That's what I think. Every time I watch that scene, I'm like, it's fucking her fault, man. This is her fault why you're going out there right now, Hector. God damn it.
Eye contact. She's just like.
She's like, huh? She's like, what's that?
Was that for you?
What's his name? Super bad, where he's like looking on the wall.
Wait, who's that? He's just
like, fuck.
It's Hector's brother.
It's Paris's brother. The fucking fighter.
The general.
He's just looking at the wall.
We get this great fucking fighting scene. Just these two scenes. These two
the greatest
characters. One is
two of the greatest warriors in history right now. And a little trivia fact here: Brad Pitt and Eric Bana did not use stunt doubles for their epic duel. They made a gentleman's agreement to pay for every accidental hit, $50 for each light blow and $100 each for each hard blow. Pitt ended up paying Bana $750, and Bana didn't owe Pitt anything. Zero.
Damn.
That's how fucking good Eric Bana was. He just did not make a single mistake out there. That's how fucking good this is. And this scene, not even close in my opinion, the greatest sword fighting scene in the history of movies. Quote me on that shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how accurate it is. I think it's an amazing accomplishment from a choreography standpoint. Both of these actors
know that both of these actors did it
exactly
on their own. That just adds that next element to it, where it's like these movies hinge on these two people.
These are the two main guys, and they dedicated themselves to this craft, learning the techniques and choreography, doing this whole fight without stunt doubles, and they both fucking nailed it, dude. They made that shit look so fucking real. It looks amazing. Shout out specifically to Brad Pitt. He looks so natural doing these moves, these crazy moves that we've never even seen. It's flashy, but at the same time, it's not too flashy where it still looks grounded in reality. It's not like, like crazy fighting scenes that we see in like 300, but it is way more grounded in reality. So shout out to both these actors. It's probably the best fighting scene I've ever seen. It's fantastic.
Quiet too. It's not. It's quiet.
What they do is play those little drums in the background, like and it's just them just pop, pop. The sound design is amazing with the shields and the swords, and I love how they start off with shields and fucking spears in the beginning. It's like we've seen that in 300, but we don't see that with one-on-one fights ever. Like, so to see a one-on-one fight with a sword and a shield, it's like, or a spear and a shield, it's like, what are you gonna do with that? And they show us exactly what they're gonna do. They transition from sword and spear and shield to sword and shield, and then to just swords. I'm like, fuck yeah, no shield. Here we go, baby. And that's the end of the fight. Amazing.
And they're utilized well. It's not like they just fucking throw them away. It's like they're utilizing. They use a spear to keep your distance.
Yeah.
You use that for. And then the sword is really like last resort.
And then Brad Pitt, where he has that shield behind him, and his fucking bicep is like this, and he has the sword like this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? He's striking every pose. Yeah, he's striking that pose. But shout out to Eric Bana. Like, he looks like he's getting his ass beat, but he's still holding his own ground. Like, it looks really good. And God damn, dude, it's the greatest fight scene ever. It's so good. It's the greatest fight scene we've probably reviewed on this podcast. It's so good.
And it too is, and to Hector's credit, he's the best fighter that.
Achilles I love that. Love that. Yeah. Because he does get one on him where he slices the armor, and he looks down. He's like, motherfucker.
Oh,
like,
shit.
This shit has never fucking happened. Yeah.
That shit's been so sweet. This is what.
And also Achilles honorable too, right? Where he trips on that rock and he's like, "Get up, Prince of Troy, get up."
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have a rock ruin my glory or whatever. So he's still honorable with it,
Yeah. As he should be until after he kills him.
And he also does that thing where he puts the hand behind. And he could, and I like the soundtrack in the background with the lady like, and he like fucking pulls it out and he does that walk off.
We pan up to Helen and her. She's like, she's doing that. No, I know. We get the part where before he does that, he's like,
yeah, he puts that spear in his shoulder and he's like,
has like a collapsed lung or something, or I don't know.
He does that fucking slowly scoop right in the chest. I'm like, damn, that's.
And then you get, and it cuts to like, his wife, where she's just like, she's not even looking, she can't watch.
Yeah,
she's
like, she already knows it's fucking over.
Yeah, she knows. She's like, my husband's great.
Yeah, he's not that good.
He's not Achilles. Right? What a great fight, man.
And that scene too, where he ties him up to the back of that wagon, and as he's driving off, he looks back towards everyone. He's like, "Fucking, that's right. I just fucking beat your fucking best warrior. What's up, bitches?" And he just drives off like a cocky motherfucker too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, and like so disrespectful.
Yeah, super disrespectful. Yeah.
Like, that's the prince.
Yeah, that's
he's bringing it back. As
that's like that Michael B. Jordan. That this is your king. This is your king right here. Yeah.
This is your king. Later that night, King Priam sneaks his way to Hector's tent. The king, sneaks his way.
Let's just appreciate this moment right here for the writing at this moment. That fight that we just saw, super intense. The ending of it was super brutal, and you think that they would just kind of let you off the ride, and take you what we just saw, but they keep the ride going, and it just goes even higher, right? On the emotional scale, it goes even higher. The father of the man you just brutally murdered is asking for the body back after what you just did to it, right? And Achilles,
not to mention, he's the king of the
king,
the king of the nation that you are fighting.
This scene, it gets me emotional every time, right? Achilles.
What the fuck?
Achilles breaking down crying, where he's like wrapping up Hector's body, and he's like, fucking we'll see each other soon, brother. Like, it hits him so hard because he looks at the face of this fucking guy who he just murdered, because he's never had to deal with the consequences of people he's murdered before, but now the father of someone who he's murdered is coming to him, not just the father but the king of the person he just murdered. And then Achilles ends their meeting telling Priam he's a far better king than the one leading his army right now. And that's just a beautiful scene. I love every part of the scene. It is so fucking good. I love it.
Yeah, he knows what. I mean, he did it for show. He realizes what he's done. It shows that he's not so one-sided, and he's just out for blood. And
he still has honor. He's an honorable guy.
He does. He does.
Especially when Priam's like, or where he's talking to Priam, he's like, even if I do give you back the body, like, nothing is going to change. I'm still your enemy in the morning. And then Priam says, you're still my enemy right now, but even enemies have respect for each other. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. This fucking scene is so good. I love this scene so much. Yeah, because Priam, the acting for Priam, where he kisses his hands and he's like, I just kissed the hands of the man you just murdered my son right now.
Murked my boy.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's so fucking good, dude. I love this scene.
He's like, he's like, damn, you're a lot better looking from up there than down here. He's like, God damn.
And he grabs his arm. He's like, God damn, all right. Nice.
Damn, how you
He's like, how do you get these muscles up here?
How do you get these up here, huh? He goes to hug him, and he's like, God damn, it's like a bag of ropes.
How do you get these muscles up here?
I like it. He grabs some 12 days of peace, 12 days of peace for the funeral, and gives back Perseus. Perseus is free to go.
Yeah.
She goes back with her uncle.
Uncle. Yeah.
Uncle Priam.
Uncle.
After is it 12 or 15?
12. I think it was 12 days of peace. Yeah.
Yeah. At Camp Odysseus. At Camp Odysseus sees a man carving a horse out of wood and has an epiphany. He's like,
I've always wanted to do that, by the way. Just grab a piece of wood and a knife and see what happens. You know what I mean? Like,
lots of dicks.
Maybe I can make something. Maybe I can't. But who knows? Something's gonna happen. Yeah.
Lots of penis.
It's probably gonna end up with me getting a splinter at some point and just throwing the wood against the wall because I'm angry at this splinter. But yeah.
Lots of cuts. Lots of crude penises and Stussy S's. will be made. All right.
He's like, that's very clever. What is that? And he's like, it's my son back at home. He's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
He's saying, well, you're not gonna go because we're gonna go and fight right now. You're not gonna make it. Right?
Yeah. Well, guess what? Now this is happening.
This is happening. Front of the line. So he gets the idea for the old Trojan horse.
Classic.
The classic. The Greeks begin building this massive wooden horse. They just
taking apart all their ships and shit.
just taking apart ships. Dude, what the fuck? I'm still here. He was like, yeah, well, now this is happening. After 12
yeah,
days
how do they get back? Like,
know.
you're okay, you got this place, but you just took apart every ship. Like, great. How do you get back now?
After the 12 days of peace, the Trojans see the Greek camp.
Maybe that's where 12 Days of Christmas comes from. Shit.
And on the 12th day of Christmas, looking to be
Oh,
a
fuck.
Trojan horse.
A Trojan gave to me. Yeah, that's what the real
filled
lyrics
with
are.
Greek
Yeah.
soldiers ready to overthrow my camp. After 12 days of peace, the Trojans see the Greek camp has been deserted, and all that remains is a wooden horse. And they said they've been plagued with, or they've been
Yeah, there's a
ravaged
bunch
by
of
the
people with
plague.
plagues. Yeah, and I love the scene too, where like Hector's like, "Nah, we shouldn't take this," and one of the priests is like, "Are you a fucking idiot? This is a fucking gift from the gods, you stupid fuck." And I'm like, "Are you stupid?" Like he's so convinced that it's real. Like that guy was trying to win the fucking Oscar for this line. He's like, "My prince, this is a gift from the gods." I'm like, "All right, take it easy, dude. Like
Might
you
as well
believe
just
it."
shit on their faces while you're at
This
it.
guy was so convinced that this is right. I'm like, are you?
He's like, Jesus,
yeah,
all right.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. He was like, dude, okay, Jesus, take it then.
I thought this was democracy. Let's just fucking let's put it to a vote, all right?
That guy was so convinced. He's like, this is a
So
gift
pissed.
from the gods, you idiot.
Fuck it. That's why you'll never be anything. That's why you're part of your version still, huh? Loser. All that remains is a wooden horse. The Trojans take the horse back inside the city, and they have like their little celebration where they're all like dancing. And
Yeah, they have like a little like electrical
going in.
light parade and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's getting paraded through the streets. Yeah,
they're all doing fucking like acid.
and Priam's on the
shit,
top, and he's just like dancing and shit on the top.
doing that.
Yeah, he's just like, yep,
Yeah.
won this shit.
Yeah.
I wonder how long they had to be in that little horse too, because there's a lot of guys in that horse. You know how many like ball sweat you're smelling, like how
Oh,
bad it fucking
hot,
smelled
yeah.
inside there. It's so, oh god.
Had to be so hot too.
Yeah, it's
They were
fucking.
in there for like at least a day.
Yeah,
you know?
that sucks. Yeah.
The Trojans take the Greeks break out of the horse and begin to pillage the city. They first take out the guards. They open the gates, and all of the fucking the soldiers that they had, because
Including
they left.
Achilles. Yeah.
So what we forgot to mention was before this, there was a Trojan
A
scout,
scout,
that
right?
saw all the ships that had.
How do you
left
miss
the
that? Like,
beach.
how do you?
And they were over in this bay, and the scout saw him, and he was about to, oh shit, and then he got
He
fucking
gets sniped. Yeah.
Get sniped. And so all those ships come back, and when they open the gates, all the soldiers come rushing back into the city.
Classic Trojan horse. So
Classic
Jesus.
Trojan horse. God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking, they pillage the city. Achilles sets off to find Perseus.
And that one part where he kills that guy and he's about to kill the other guy and he's like, "No, sir, I have a son." And he's like, "Well, get him out of Troy." I'm like, okay, take it easy. Take it easy, Brad Pitt. Get him out of Troy.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks. I'm sure that guy had a son too, huh?
Like,
Guy
well,
just
he's probably dead, so guess what? I'm doing you a favor.
found this app. He sets out to find Perseus because he's man that pussy.
He loved it. Yeah, he's doing the Perseus. Perseus,
Here we
where
go.
are you? Yeah. Like he's just asking random people, like that soldier he killed. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Where's Perseus?" It's like, bro, you know how big this fucking town is? Like,
Who?
who the fuck? Yeah, he's like, who the fuck you talking about, dude? You think we just all know each other, huh? Okay.
No shit here, man. I'm one of you. It's one of his soldiers. Where's Perseus? Oh. Achilles eventually finds Perseus, but actually before this, Paris leads all the women and some
right.
children to this little fucking like
It's like
tunnel.
that. It's like
Harriet
yeah.
Tubman underground
It's
tunnel.
basically the Lord of the Rings Two Towers. Yeah. I didn't even
yeah.
fuck. I didn't even fucking put those two together. Shit on my fucking face. They both have the
I didn't
wall.
even-
Fucking Lord of the Rings, dude. Fuck. I didn't even
It's the
realize.
wall.
Yeah.
And then they, oh man.
I didn't even think about that. Two Towers is the same fucking story. Yeah.
I wonder if oh shit. I wonder who else made this connection. Which is like they did that. Shit, that we made.
Weebay.
Oh
Shit.
So he leads them to this underground tunnel, and then he gives this fucking random ass kid the sword of Troy.
Right. Yeah.
As long as this sword is
Which
in
is a part of the
Trojan's
books
hand.
as well. Which it's just pretty cool. Yeah. As long as it's in the hand of a Trojan, Troy will carry on, which is pretty cool.
Carry on my wayward son. Yeah, that's what he said.
I like this line too because like he was talking to what's her name, Helen. He's like, I already ran once. I'm not gonna run again. I'm not gonna run again. Like I need to do this shit. So I'm like, okay, now you're being a real man. I like that.
Yeah, a little too late. You know?
Yeah, too late, way too late because they're already fucking inside. So
No, fucking ridiculous.
it's like you already put it in, and she's asking for the condom. It's like, well, I already fucking, I'm already in there. Let's just see what happens here.
Well, who was it? How did Agamemnon?
He got killed by Perseus. Like he was like,
That's right.
Yeah, he like grabbed her and he's like, "Da, da, da," and she stabs him in the neck. Yeah,
That's right. She stabs Perseus, or she stabs Perseus stabs Agamemnon in the neck, and then Perseus is getting like fucking taken by these guys, and then Achilles finds her, he kills her,
fucks those guys up. Yeah,
fucks them up, but then Paris, he shows up with the worst fucking aim in the world.
yeah,
because
he's doing side
like,
shit. And and that aim, that's the first shot he shot. Was
Why are
right
you?
to the.
You got the whole body mass.
Why are you
of a
so
person,
off? Yeah.
And his Achilles was off to the side because he was doing like a little like motion thing.
It was an
Like,
accidental shot. Yeah.
was the wind blowing like really hard? And he was just like aiming for the head and it just went.
Because he also does that side shit where I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, have you not taken tips from the other universe of yourself where you're fucking Legolas? You know what I mean?
And he shoots Achilles in the Achilles, and
he's like,
it's
you can see all the veins in Brad Pitt's like head and his forehead. He's like,
yeah.
and I'm like,
It's
oh,
like
that's what he looks like when it happens.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm there. I'm in. I'm in.
And I timed it perfectly with that scene where I'm like, okay, me and him at the same time, we can.
I know. And Perseus is yelling, "No!"
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Paris is still shooting arrows into him. Like, oh, Perseus, I didn't see you
And
there.
fucking
My bad."
Achilles taking him out. I'm like, bro, don't you know rule number 1? You're not supposed to take it
Never
out.
take that shit
Yeah,
out, never.
keep it in
Yeah.
there.
God damn. And she's like, "Oh man, I loved you. I loved you so much. You know, let me suck your dick one more time."
Yeah.
And then
Paris is like, look at this guy. Are you serious?
this guy really?
You gave it up
And
to
then-
him?
And then
Fucking
Perseus was
bullshit.
like, "Helen, this guy? Really? Fucking brother died from that." And then the movie ends with Odysseus holding a funeral for Achilles and a final speech.
Dude, he says, if they ever tell my story, let them say that I walked with giants. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Let them say that I lived in the time of Hector, tamer of horses. Let them say that I lived in the time of Achilles. And then it cuts to black. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking Sean B. Just killing it at the end. What a great little speech.
Baby.
Lived in the time of Achilles. Just oh, what a movie! What a fucking movie! What a podcast we just had right there. But let's get into our final thoughts of this movie, and we'll rank these movies as well with the other movies that we just watched or reviewed. But I love this movie. Overall, it's just such a fun watch. I could keep watching it. It doesn't even matter how long it is. Like you said, it is a long movie, but it doesn't feel like a long movie whenever I watch this. It's such a delight to see Brad Pitt out of his element into something that he's never done in the history of his of his career. But he fully devoted himself, man. He got bulked up. He trained just as well, and really made those choreography scenes the best that we've ever seen. But ranking wise, where would you rank this, Myles? Is this better than 300? Is this better than King Arthur? Where would you put this?
It's better than King Arthur for sure.
Better than 300. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
That is a tough one. I think 300 is. Both of those stories are rooted in like fiction that we grew up knowing.
Sure.
Same with King Arthur, but King Arthur is kind of off to, and that movie in its own right wasn't as good as these two. But like the story wise, like I'm familiar with all of them. I love these stories. I love them all. They add to so much of like where it's just like, all right, this person had beef with this person, so now they're fighting. They add all these elements to these, and I like Troy because they take a lot of the supernatural away from it.
That's probably the best part about it. Yeah, I love that.
300, they do in a sense where it's like it's David versus Goliath. You know, it's like these humans these Greeks that are just taking on these overpowering, like these people that are so-called immortal, and they look weird, they look overly giant, like, so there is a supernatural aspect to that.
I guess
so
it's between, do you like
grounded.
the fantasy stuff, or do you like the more grounded stuff? I think that's what the main question
But
is.
the way that they do the fantasy in 300 is so good. I like the ambiance, just the way the setting, the way it looks, the story, the slow-mos are utilized so well. It's so great, man. This is hard for me.
That is a tough
really
one.
difficult. They both have great replayability. I can watch both of them.
I will tell you this. I think Troy, in my opinion, just a little bit ahead of 300.
As an overall.
Yeah, just because it is a little bit more of a serious story. The acting is a little bit better. We have more stars in this. We have more people to kind of carry that weight of the acting and the story in Troy, where, you know, in the other movie we just have Gerard Butler and Lena Headey. It's like, okay, it's like, do I really care about the story that much? It's not that great of a story, but
the action
is way better than anything we see in Troy for sure. But just the devotion that we see from Brad Pitt and Eric Bana with that trivia, where they just did it all on their own. It's not any stunt doubles. So for me, that's where it goes. It is above 300. Just
yeah. Okay, I'll give it that. Yeah, but based on that, that makes a lot of sense with like the depth of the movie, as opposed to just the surface value.
Johnny depth. Just wait a minute.
How about the depth? That's the deep.
Deeper
depth. Yeah. So that's it. Goes. I guess it's Troy 300. It's Troy 300.
Yeah, it's like right there for sure. It's right there. And then King Arthur down there. But next week we will be doing the granddaddy of them all, fucking Gladiator. Which, goddamn, I cannot wait for that. That is going to be so much fun to talk about. I'm even more excited for what we're going to do after for Pirates of the Caribbean. So look forward to that. But Myles, since we are done for the podcast today, please give them the plugs. Yeah. We're out of here.
All right. So sortainteresting.com. That's where you can find this podcast and all of our podcasts from the past. YouTube.com/sortainteresting. We got our own URL. Everything is linked at sortainteresting.com. Our socials are there, at Christian Patam, at Myles Darling. Hit up in the description. We have our music producer, mixer. He's working on a little intro for us.
Working on a new intro, which maybe we'll get it in time for the release of this podcast, but hopefully next podcast will be
Then expect it for future podcasts.
Also, new camera from Myles Darling. Look at that, just fucking looking sharp, courtesy of James Guevara. But
baby.
I mean, it's not 100%, but we'll knock down those settings soon.
No, it's definitely far better than what I had going with this.
Oh yeah.
This webcam.
Yeah, yours looks sharper than mine now. I fucking hate it. It's making me feel like, God damn it.
You should have sabotaged me. Maybe like shitty settings. You look like a block, Minecraft block. Yeah, so anywhere podcasts are distributed, we are, just look us up, Sorta Interesting. It's a Sorta Interesting podcast. That's us. That's look for our new or keep up with the series, the Deadliest Warriors series.
Yeah,
got
we're coming to an end soon.
We got one last one, Maximus Decimus Meridius, Maximus Meridius, whatever it is.
Maximus Decimus Meridius, yeah.
And yeah, that's Gladiator. Look for that one next week. We've been on a hiatus, but you know what?
I'm looking forward to Pirates of the Caribbean, man, because that is going to be just so fun to talk about, and it's going to be a softball for us to get back into the groove of things. But yeah, that's it for the podcast this week. We will see you next week for Gladiator. So have an interesting day, everyone.